Alrighty, teams. I'm going to start a 1 minute timer until launch. 1 minute until launch.
Well, it's been a long day of qualifying for 4 of the 8 teams here in the Team Racing Whooptopia 2023. We did 5 half-hour heats earlier where we determined the 4 teams that will start us off for this long 500-lap race.
Launch.
A 500-lap race starts in 30 seconds. Team Ohm, Team Tiny Face Maulers, Team Deadfin, and Team Senders.
15.
Begin the longest
10.
flight of their tiny whoop lives right now.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 3.
Well, it's official. We're in the air for the weBLEED 500 at Whooptopia 2023 5th anniversary edition. And this is the beginning of a marathon. A tiny whoop battery generally lasts something around 2 minutes.
Senders
And
lap
we are
1,
going to stretch that to 500 laps.
Deadfin lap 1.
What's your prediction on how long that's going to take? I'm talking to you, chat, right here on the Perspective Image YouTube channel. What do you think it'll be?
Senders lap 2. 15.09.
You guys still talking about my stolen tickets? Is that because you know who it was?
16.06. Maulers lap 2. 15.82.
So Team Senders, Team Deadfin, Team Deadface Maulers, and Team Ohm have all worked hard through several other 30-minute races, including a 10-minute practice, or not including a 10-minute practice, to get to this 500-lap race. And if there was ever a race that wasn't won on lap number 1, it's this one. So we see some positions changing on the screen. We see a few pits here and there, but it won't be long before all the pits and all the battery swaps are spread pretty far out, and we'll see the numbers changing in a more consistent, slower way. That's when it kind of gets fun to predict when these changes are happening, because you can see when a team changes strategy that they're going to catch their neighbor, but not for, you know, maybe 7 laps, because the other competitors or the other teams are going just as fast. So when you make a small change, or when you change gears, when your team changes gears rather, it can take place over something like 10 laps, and that's when it gets really fun to have team races like this. It's going to be a long one. Early predictions put this race between 3 and 4 laps. Excuse me, hours? We're going to find out.
Deadfin lap 6, 28.74. Senders lap 7, 16.38. Ohm lap 7, 18.97.
Amanda Burson's in the chat rooting on Tiny Face Maulers. I went over and talked to talked to Jay after his epic save right there at the end. Pushing so hard, bringing in a little bit of strategy to fly packs back to back using a caution to get all those extra laps they needed to go climbing ahead of Team weBLEED Orange. Pretty sweet finish. So the double elimination bracket leading into this 500-lap race. Team Senders came out of their first 2 heats very strong, and it shouldn't be too much of a surprise that we show them 2 laps ahead. Well, now 1 lap ahead, but at least ahead of everybody else on the map.
Senders lap 11, 15.54. Ohm lap 9, 38.66. Maulers lap 10, 18.95.
Team Ohm on their lid, trying to turtle.
24.06.
This could be a caution.
17.09.
You can't lay upside down that long.
Maulers lap 11.
There it is.
15.32.
Team Ohm calls a caution. Cannot get, they must have made the call. Oh, and look, now it turtles. Swifty. turtling right after. Man, they should at least finish that lap. I mean, I guess, does that still count?
Senders lap 13, 26.5.
Senders bringing it in.
It's hard because you start to panic. You know, if you can't get off your lid, everybody else is skating so fast. You chill for, you know, 15 seconds and you fall a lap, and a lap can take so long to catch up. Team Tiny Face Maulers. Looks like Blue Jays going up next.
"30 seconds until launch."
Gaining ground, Swifty, Axion.
15.
One of these guys is about to go up. Looks like it's gaining ground.
10.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 3. Dead fin lap 11, 82.31. Senders lap 14, 78.45.
Back in the air here early after lap 15 of 500 for Team Senders in the lead right now.
Dead fin lap 12, 20.32. Ohm lap 11.
What's that time remaining on the upper right, Greg?
Mahler's lap 14, 26.22.
I mean, is that, come on. What am I actually looking at here?
Senders lap 15, 36.19.
Just so everybody at home knows, that's likely incorrect.
Ohm lap 12.
That time on the upper right,
Mahler's lap
showing
15,
that we're going to be racing for
20.92.
9 hours. Team Senders.
Dead fin lap 14.
Yeah, it's all about the laps, not the time.
Caution heard. Finish the lap you are on.
Another caution. This one likely Team Senders.
Mahler's lap 16, 21.56.
Dead fin coming in.
Dead fin lap 15, 20.44.
Team Ohm coming in.
Ohm
1
lap
minute
14,
timer
24.8. Race stopped.
starts now. That was the Senders' first caution. "30 seconds until launch." "15, 10,
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 3. Senders lap 16, 119.39. Mahler's lap 17, 91.13.
Tiny Face Maulers chilling in first place right now here in the weBLEED
Senders lap
500.
17, 15.93.
Barely eked in at the end of the last round.
Ohm lap 16,
I walked up to them and they were all smiles. I got
21.53.
fist bumps from all of them. Pretty stoked.
Dead fin lap 17, 25.98.
And now they're in first place,
Mahler's
lap 18.
24.64.
The Team Senders is right there with them.
Senders lap 18.
And we've got 3 hours left of this
16.24.
race. Nine-hour race, let's go.
Senders
Brent
lap
Moore and
19,
Zero in the chat are down for a 9-hour
16.06.
race.
Lap 17,
I don't think it'll be a 9-hour race, but
28.26.
if it is, I'm here with you guys.
24.06. Senders lap 20, 16.77.
Rue looking really good up there.
27.74.
Nice, and a quick
Mahler's lap
table
20,
slam, a little bit of a bounce out. They're going to power on right over her. Oh, there,
Senders
she's
lap
not close
21,
enough. They're going to bring it back. So a little bit of an error
22.35.
there by Tiny Face Maulers.
Ohm lap 19, 14.74.
Now in second place.
Mahler's lap 21, 20.08. Senders lap 22, 16.12. Deadfin lap 20, 24.47. Mahler's lap 22, 15.76. Ohm lap 20, 21.9. Senders lap 23, 15.89.
Fresh bet in the chat asking, is there a minimum amount of time or laps that a single pilot has to fly? Yes, the answer is 3 laps, and then if they want to, they can change, if it's worth pitting at that point. But all the pilots have to fly in order, and they all got to do at least 3 laps. Many of them going for, you know, up to 7, I think, 8. Ooh, that might have been contact. Was it Ohm and Senders?
16.94.
Can Ohm get up? Yeah.
Senders lap 26, 18.94.
But Ohm's video looking strangely scratchy here.
Ohm lap 22.
Looks like motor noise. Do you guys see those horizontal lines? I wonder if they're going to fly that one again after that pit.
16.08. Senders lap 27, 19.39. Deadfin lap 23, 25.18. Deadfin lap 24, 13.98. Senders lap 28, 15.35.
Got a 3 to 4 lap gap now between Tiny Face Maulers and Deadfin, second and third. I'm going to start to watch that trend. When the game is this long, you want to find the key moments that make the biggest difference to a pilot. For example, like if they crash and spend a lot of time trying to turtle, like we just saw a team do, trying to turtle over and over and over, and then as soon as the caution goes official, they're able to turtle, of course. That's just how it has to happen. But not just those like unique little moments where big changes happen to the map or penalties, but also the gentle trends that change a slower direction. It's always what I'm trying to find.
Mahler's lap 31, 17.62. Senders lap 32,
Saw Jay make the catch on that pitch from
lap 28,
Tiny Face Maulers going into the pit. Here comes Blue Jay. RX loss. We don't want to see that.
On lap 29, 15.82.
What was up with that? Tiny Face Maulers on the ground. Blue Jay powers up again. I can see him in the air. Now he's on the ground. This could be bad for Team Tiny Face Maulers. Something's wrong.
Finish the lap you are on.
Blue Jay finally gets going, and we got a caution from, I believe, Senders. Did they just turtle after that caution?
Remember, you called the caution. You may not cross that start-finish line.
Mahler's lap 33, 23.48.
Senders bringing it.
Lap 35, 34.24.
Who called that caution?
I want to know who called that caution. We need a caution meter. I mean, I tried to keep track in the beginning, but...
Race stopped.
Who called that caution? Yeah, it didn't come over the radio. We just heard one yelled out, so maybe someone was just yelling one for fun, potentially. So no team will take a caution. We are launching in 30 seconds. Fifteen seconds. 10.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 3. Dead fin lap 32, 90.41. Maulers lap 34.
Well, Blue Jay got the quad working for Tiny Face Maulers. Got a little bit of traffic right now, and that was a tap. Still riding with Team Ohm. You can see him just reaching up, almost touching him, making the pass, but side by side, Team Ohm flying alongside Blue Jay from Tiny Face Maulers. Blue Jay flying away now. Oh no, Swifty got out. Swifty out in front of Blue Jay.
Dead fin lap 34, 19.95. Maulers
I know they're on.
19.93.
Caution heard. Caution heard. Senders bring it in. Well, get through that start gate though.
Dead fin lap 35, 20.63.
Tiny Face Maulers bring it in.
Maulers lap 37, 21.55.
Dead fin bring it in. Ohm bring it in. There it is. 1 minute timer starts
50.16.
now.
Race stopped.
Who's rocking the blue LEDs on the ducks? None other than Blue Jay. Yeah, he's got, I think, white on the front and ice blue on the back. There's a bunch of little 2-color combos like that. His whole quad looks amazing. He's got a 2-tone dyed frame that I helped him with. All right, that was Senders.
I will take the blame as I told you to go through that Stargate Czar, so I will not hit you guys with a 2-lap penalty, but I will delete that lap because that lap should not count. Thanks.
Alrighty. Yeah, it's definitely Blue Jay. He's also got the 2-tone canopy that looks so good.
Seconds.
He's got one of the most beautiful aircraft at the event. Just like always.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 3.
Looks like we're bringing Wild Type from Senders right now. That's going to be a fun ride. Really fast pilot flying on the upper right. Second place trying to chase down Tiny Face Maulers.
Senders lap 37, 16.35.
A little bit of traffic between Team Ohm and Tiny Face Maulers on separate laps. Team Ohm makes the pass though.
23.5. Senders lap 38.
Team Ohm upside down.
15.9.
Yes, they fixed it, but can they get up? Something feels wrong here. Yep, they're up. Stuck under something on the ground. That's the biggest problem with errors like that, is when you go down, there's
Senders lap 39.
a small chance you won't be able to get up. And that keeps having a huge effect on people's Whooptopia careers.
Dead fin lap 38, 24.1. Ohm lap 38, 31.65. Senders lap 40, 14.82.
Caution, caution, Tiny Face Maulers?
Got it. Caution called for Tiny Face Maulers. Finish lap you are on, unless you are the Face Maulers.
Senders lap 41,
Sender bring it in.
15.02.
Deadfin, bring it in. Team Home, bring it in.
32.19.
1 minute timer starts now.
31, race stopped.
Let's do a quick shout out to all our sponsors here at Whooptopia 2023. The gold sponsors: iGal, Fractal Engineering, Speedy Pizza Drones, Foxeer, GemFan, Drone Zone New Jersey, Rosie Rippers, Birds Aren't Real, and Wreck Drones. The diamond sponsors: HQ Prop, DR Printing, Happy Model, Orca, Vifly, Beta FPV, Arizona Night Tracks, and FYS Crafts. And our platinum sponsors: weBLEED FPV, Tiny Whoop, Newbie Drone, Major League Drone Racing, and Perspective Image.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 3.
All right, back in the air,
Senders
creeping
lap
up on
42,
10%
8.91.
of this 500 lap race.
And 8.99. Lawler's lap 42, 15.6. Own lap 41, 17.77. Deadfin lap 41, 23.04. Senders lap 43, 33.48. Own lap 42, 23.85. Lawler's lap 43, 27.28. Senders lap 44, 14.67. Deadfin lap 42, 28.44. Lawler's lap 44, 16.48. Senders lap 45, 14.59. Lawler's lap 45, 17.25. Senders lap 46, 15.53. Deadfin lap 43, 27.33. Lawler's lap 46, 15.75. Deadfin lap 44, 10.86.
Wow, Team Senders chasing down Team Tiny Maulers, looking so good. Tons of chase cam footage on the screen on the upper left.
On lap 45, 15.35. Lawler's lap 47, 16.84.
Side-by-side pits, Team Senders is about twice as fast.
9.08. Lawler's lap 48.
That's going to give them the lead.
13.7. Deadfin lap 46, 18.48.
48 laps later, they're flying on the same lap. Team Senders versus Team Tiny Face Maulers.
14.71. Deadfin lap 47, 15.34.
Team Senders with another air going to set just a little further back.
Senders lap 50, 17.66. Deadfin lap 48, 18.43. Senders lap 51, 14.32. Lawler's lap 50, 22.68.
Greenhorn FPV, shout out to the sponsors, shout out to Perspective Image, you rock Greg.
Lap 49, 20.92. Lawler's lap 51.
Nice to have some Greg fans out there, other than me.
Deadfin lap 50.
Ooh, that was a fast pit for Team Ohm.
Senders lap 54.
Can they get up that fast? We're bringing in Viper.
13.97.
Wow.
On lap 48, 13.95. Lawler's lap 52,
Team Tiny Face Maulers missed.
17.51.
Crashed pretty deep into the corner, and we're powering on Blue Jay. We got those beautiful lights on the course again.
Lap 55, 18.03. Lawler's lap 53, 12.33.
Wow. What a view from on board with Blue Jay.
On lap 50, 14.71.
Oh my gosh.
20.2. Dead fin
All
lap
right, Blue Jay's in the wires.
26.83.
That is not what you want to see. Have a look at the screen on the upper right. He's got a wire right in front of him. This could be a caution. There's wires all. There it is. And look,
Finish the lap. Your on caution has been called.
he's deep in the wires.
Lap 53, 21.3.
That's what the
Dead
cautions
fan.
are supposed to be for, to be completely honest. I like that he's still trying to fight out of it. It is a really hard decision to make. You know? I'm surprised he didn't escape the moment he called that caution.
Senders bring it in.
57, 27.23.
He was pushing hard. You know what I think happened to Blue Jay was all that beautiful traffic we were talking about made him want to catch it. And he started to get a little squirrelier at the high speeds. Took a dive right into the wall before a gate and then wound up tangled in the spaghetti.
$20 seconds until launch. 15. 10.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 3. Dead fin lap
Team
50,
Ohm with an early smack on their way out on the course this time. We're at lap 59 out of 500, as you can see.
On lap 53,
On the top of your screen, it's the weBLEED 500. Team Senders currently in first place, only 3 laps up above Team Tiny Face Maulers. Team Denford riding right alongside them, sometimes on the same lap, showing a lap right now, as they are with Team Ohm on the other half of their lap, just 1 lap behind Tiny Face Maulers. A quick turtle for Senders, that's what you want to see. You know, there's been some work done into whether turtling should involve a little bit of power from 2 motors and a lot of power from the other 2 motors. My brother-in-law Bryce, aka Red Pine, did a bunch of research when he was trying to develop 3D and also, you know, turtle mode.
lap 56, 14.62.
But I'm curious where he landed with that right now, because a lot of times during this competition you see the same pilots that somehow wind up needing to double, triple, quadruple turtle, meaning they try to flip over 180 degrees off their lid and wind up doing a 360, and then they do a 360 again.
On lap 57, 20.87.
It can be a game changer.
Dead fin lap 58.
So there must be a discussion about that somewhere, right? It's just too important.
15.83. Senders lap 63, 7.18. On lap 58, 15.45.
Quick pit by Team Ohm by pilot Axion. Senders
Dead fin
getting
lap
back up in the
59,
air.
19.97. Mahler's lap
There's just
60,
constant action out there.
21.44. Mahler's lap 61, 7.08. On lap 60, 18.34. Dead fin lap 60, 22.65. Mahler's lap 62, 17.51. Senders lap 63, 54.64. On lap 61, 21.97. Dead fin lap 61, 20.63.
61, 61, 62, 63.
27.78.
These guys are close
Dead fin lap 62, 12.79.
after 64 laps.
On lap 62, 21.24.
Nice turtle by Czar. Arizona pilot Zach Salazar.
Mahler's lap 64, 22.82. Ohm lap 63, 19.28. Dead fin lap 63, 28.43.
All teams are within 1 lap of each other.
Mahler's lap 65, 23.74. Sender's lap 64, 65.52. Ohm lap 64, 26.23. Dead fin lap 64, 28.7. Mahler's lap 66, 23.31. Sender's lap 65, 25.2. Ohm lap 65, 23.2. Dead fin lap 65, 24.63. Sender's lap 66, 14.48. Mahler's lap 67, 22.75. Ohm lap 66, 21.44.
That was a quick pit for Tiny Face Maulers. Something like 4 seconds on the ground.
12.74. Sender's lap 67, 19.
This is Jay back in the sky now. Oh.
Ohm lap 67, 18.
Flying right alongside his second place competition right there. That's Wild Type. Jay versus Wild Type side by side on a Whooptopia course is a rare treat. Oh, and a tip by Wild Type sets him back. Jay flies on. Now 2-3 gates ahead. These guys are fast. Wild Type's catching him. Wild Type about to make the pass. Wild Type now out in front. Look at that. Wild Type now about 1 gate ahead and pulling away from Jay. Oh. Couldn't make a decision there, but still pulling farther away from Jay. I know they're 1 lap apart, but...
Sender's lap 71, 15.78. Mahler's lap 72, 17.08. Ohm lap 70, 16.48. Dead fin lap 69, 32.86. Mahler's lap 73, 15.66. Sender's lap 72, 30.78. Mahler's lap 74, 20.28. Sender's lap 72,
Under the table pit for Team Tiny Face Maulers. First place, but still only a little less than a lap ahead of Team Senders. I am really impressed by Tiny Face Maulers this round, though. Team Senders and Deadfin were both really powerful. Hello.
Mahler's lap 76, 8.44. Ohm lap 73, 32.
Axion flying now. He was a DJ at Whoop House last night. Set up all his gear. It was awesome. And now look at him fly. Not bad at all. Making it look really fun.
Sender's lap 76, 14.42. Ohm lap 74, 21.95. Mahler's lap 77, 17.86. Sender's lap 77, 14.02. Ohm lap 75, 18.86. Dead fin lap 74, 19.2. Sender's lap 78.
Team Senders moves into first after a giant toss through the split S right there, but a miss right at the very top. I thought it was going to be a potentially dangerous hit.
14.68. Ohm lap 77, 14.
Now it's time to bring it in.
Mahler's lap
Oh man, Cutting it pretty close. Blue Jays back. Tiny Face Maulers showing first place right now. Sharing the exact same lap with Team Senders. So right now, Tiny Face Maulers is about 1/2 a lap if they can get, if Senders can pick it up quick and get in the air. Going to be closer to a lap by the time they take off.
On lap 79.
Yeah, it's definitely a lap.
13.87.
And now I expect we see Team Ohm pass Senders. I think that was it right there. Right underneath Team Senders. I think I saw Ohm flying.
Ohm lap 80, 17.35. Dead fin lap 78, 7.48.
Oh, look. You can see, look on Team Senders screen right now. You can see they're following Blue Jay with those blue lights. Oh, sorry about that.
Ohm lap 81, 16.87. Ohm lap 82, 12.29. Mahler's lap 83, 20.33. Senders lap 82, 23.16. Dead fin lap 80, 25.57. Ohm lap 83, 18.89. Mahler's lap 84, 20.56. Senders lap 83, 18.01. Dead fin lap 81, 23.38. Ohm lap 84, 18.66. Mahler's lap 85.
There's contact between Tiny Face Maulers and Senders inside the gate. It's pretty funny.
Dead fin lap 82, 18.81. Ohm lap 85, 19.87.
Senders with the double turtle. Nice recovery.
Mahler's lap 86, 24.93. Dead fin lap 83, 20.61. Ohm lap 86, 19.84.
Nobody at Team Deadfin to catch that one.
Mahler's lap 87, 17.59. Dead fin lap 84, 13.34. Ohm lap 87, 19.58. Senders lap 85, 61.62. Mahler's lap 88, 24.28. Dead fin lap 85, 24.64. Ohm lap 88, 20.26.
Oh man, nice save, Swifty. Could not figure out where Swifty was for a second there. Swifty was underneath the trippy tunnel after a little bit of a tumble. Nice save. Swifty, do you have the battery? Swifty needs to get home. Swifty for Team Ohm. Oh, Swifty can't get home, calls the caution. See that wreck, you go under the trippy tunnel. He's feeling pretty good about getting out of there. Might lose track of the pack. But that's what cautions are for.
Mahler's lap 90, 25.88.
All right, caution starts now.
Race stopped.
What's up, Lev? What's up, Dio? Over here at Team Deadfin. Welcome to Deadfin Corner. They're hanging out with Mike from GemFan. Here we are at the Senders. That's Wild Type Captain sitting down there.
30 seconds remaining in the caution.
Here we are at the Face Maulers. That's Jay, Captain, sitting down, getting ready to fly. Blue Jay showing off his logo there.
Blue Jay. 10 seconds remaining.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 3. Senders lap 87, 97.62. Mahler's lap 91, 80.88.
Really nice flying by Jay.
Senders lap 88, 15.48. Mahler's lap 92,
Yeah, that looks great.
19.37.
Jay just feels like he stays so heavy on the throttle. His movements are always, they always feel slow, you know? Obviously, they're so precise. But he swings his front back and forth in a way that is like comfortable at really high speeds.
On lap 91, 18.96. Mahler's lap 94, 17.61. Senders lap 90, 22.18. On lap 92, 18.82. On lap 93, 19.39. Mahler's lap 95, 25.43. Senders lap 91, 30.55. Dead fin lap 90, 38.95. Mahler's lap 96,
Nice.
19.01.
Tiny face Maulers with a nice sliding under the table stall there. Slow to get up by Leviticus though.
11.45.
Something must be wrong.
14.82.
Tiny face Maulers chilling. All right, finally back up.
17.34. Senders lap 94, 7.74.
Oh, midair at the top of the split S inverted. Did you guys see that? That's a good one if you're watching on YouTube. Press the left arrow key. It'll bounce you back 10 seconds. Come back and meet me in the live in a second. But there was a place at the top of that split S where two quads went inverted to start pitching up, pulling back to scoop that large split S, and they hit upside down, collided at the peak of the split S. It was a beautiful thing.
Mahler's lap 98, 30.25. On lap 96, 37.18. Dead fin lap 94, 15.42. Senders lap 97, 14.02. Mahler's lap 99.
One lap and change separating 1 and 2 at this point.
On lap 97,
Team Senders still pushing as hard as they can to catch up to Tiny Face Maulers.
98, 14.39.
Lev 113's flying for Tiny Face Maulers, getting the low battery warning.
Maulers now 100 laps in. Maulers first team to 100 laps.
Welcome to the 100 Lap Club, Tiny Face Maulers. That's 20% of your weBLEED 500.
7.56. Dead fin lap 96, 24.83.
Awesome, big long slide. Caught by Jay under the table at the Tiny Face Maulers table.
13.47.
Blue Jay getting up now.
Senders lap 100, 18.65. Mahler's lap 102, 17.35. Senders lap 101, 15.68. On lap 100, 20.66. Dead fin lap 98, 24.88.
Contact again. Tiny Face Maulers and Senders really going at it here, huh? There's been a lot of mid-airs this race.
Senders lap
I guess when you have 500 laps, there just has to be.
22.35. On lap 101, 19.16. Mahler's lap 103, 36.37. Senders lap 100.
Team Ohm, are you stuck? Team Ohm cannot seem to get up. Team Ohm on their lid.
Caution herd for Team Ohm. Caution herd. Finish lap you're on.
We saw that one coming, huh, chat?
Senders lap 104, 19.04. Deadfin lap 101, 25.58.
Senders done.
Lawler's
Come in.
lap 105, 21.0. Senders lap 105, 17.91. Race stopped.
I can't hear what the commotion's about.
Did you guys call a caution?
Yeah, did you?
Can't really hear when you guys say caution. Can you
20
repeat it?
seconds.
Yeah, we can repeat it over the radios if you'd like.
10 seconds remaining.
Arm your quads. Starting on the
Team
tone
Tiny
in less
Face
than
Mars
3.
getting ready to send Blue Jay again. There he goes.
Deadfin lap 102, 84.64. Lawler's lap 106, 85.94.
Awesome view of follow cam on board with Blue Jay here. He's got traffic, likely contact in front of him and behind him now.
Lawler's lap 107,
Oh,
19.56.
there goes Timo.
Deadfin lap 103, 22.26. Senders lap 106, 30.81. Ohm lap 104, 17.3. Lawler's lap 108, 19.31. Deadfin lap 104, 24.44. Ohm lap 105, 14.34. Lawler's lap 109, 21.19. Ohm lap 106, 14.62. Deadfin lap 105, 20.7. Ohm lap 107, 17.26. Lawler's lap 110, 19.77. Senders lap 107, 55.67.
Team on caution, team on caution.
Caution, caution, caution. Finish the lap, you're on.
Caution, team on.
20.25.
Team Owen throws a caution.
Deadfin lap 107, 23.47.
Fresh Bread saying, I can't believe it's still within 4 laps on all teams. I know, that really is incredible, and I wish I could understand why. It happens at all of these endurance races. Why?
Race stopped.
60 seconds just
How?
now.
Wouldn't it be an obvious blowout? Wouldn't everybody think that? It just never is, somehow. I mean, I guess it was once.
Thirty seconds remaining in the caution. Fifteen seconds remaining.
Nice whoop.
10.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 3. Senders lap 109, 72.06. Lawler's lap 112, 97.27. Senders lap 110, 14.57. Dead fin lap 108, 100.43.
Senders and Ohm just did a little swap there. Both on 110, only 2 laps behind your leader. Deadfin 2 laps behind them. Icy currently flying from Team Deadlock.
27.74. Ohm lap 111, 15.37. Senders lap 112, 14.35. Waller's lap 114, 22.26. Ohm lap 112, 17.64. Senders lap 113, 14.46. Deadfin lap 110, 27.18. Ohm lap 113, 22.28. Waller's lap 115, 25.48. Senders lap 114, 23.58. Senders lap 115, 8.21. Ohm lap 114, 15.17. Waller's lap 116, 23.48. Senders lap 116, 15.06. Deadfin lap 112, 16.54. Waller's lap 117, 12.14. Ohm lap 116, 12.3. Senders lap 117, 18.17. Waller's lap 118, 15.3. Deadfin lap 113, 22.97. Ohm lap 117, 18.49.
Have you guys noticed that she just never stops reading lap times right now? Oh wait. As soon as I said that, how's that possible?
Senders lap 119, 13.9. Waller's lap 120,
I think she pretty much is going to be constantly reading lap times for 4 hours, right?
26.97. Senders lap 120, 13.78.
With these tiny little pauses like this one.
Waller's lap 121, 19.31. Senders lap 121, 14.75.
Senders feeling good about that lap.
Senders lap 122, 11.67. Waller's lap 122, 17.41. Ohm lap 120, 20.11. Deadfin lap 116, 9.91. Senders lap 123, 18.08. Ohm lap 121, 21.61. Deadfin lap 117, 15.36. Waller's lap 124, 18.35. Senders lap 124, 24.78. Ohm lap 122, 19.4. Deadfin lap 118, 19.92. Waller's lap 100.
Chirpy Hooves, I see you in the chat asking for Lev dancing. Did you notice that he just sort of was naturally dancing a minute ago?
Deadfin lap 119, 18.27. Waller's lap 126, 17.53. Senders lap 126, 13.9. Waller's lap 127, 17.8. Deadfin lap 121, 15.71. Lawler's lap 128, 18.46. Ohm lap 125, 23.25. Senders lap 127, 30.01. Ohm lap 126, 14.56. Lawler's lap 129, 20.06. Senders lap 128, 27.78. Lawler's lap 130, 20.16. Ohm lap 127, 32.08. Dead fin lap 124, 20.27. Lawler's lap 131, 21.21. Senders lap 129, 30.48. Ohm lap 128, 20.03. Dead fin lap 125, 21.21. Lawler's lap 132, 20.71. Senders lap 130, 20.28. Ohm lap 129, 20.94. Dead fin lap 126, 19.88. Lawler's lap 133, 19.27. Senders lap 131, 21.39. Ohm lap 131, 14.61. Lawler's lap 134, 20.28. Senders lap 132, 22.59. Ohm lap 132, 13.88. Dead fin lap 128, 21.06. Lawler's lap 135, 21.03. Ohm lap 133, 14.44. Senders lap 134, 10.5. Lawler's lap 136, 19.24. Ohm lap 134, 22.73. Senders lap 135, 21.35. Lawler's lap 137, 24.39. Senders lap 136, 9.24. Senders lap 137, 1.19. Ohm lap 136, 14.88. Senders lap 137, 15.0. Lawler's lap 138, 23.01. Senders lap 138, 9.17. Senders lap 139, 15.23. Lawler's lap 139, 26.24. Dead fin lap 130, 37.3. Senders lap 140, 14.03. Ohm lap 139, 20.13. Lawler's lap 140, 22.61. Senders lap 141, 15.36. Lawler's lap 141, 10.87. Dead fin lap 131, 28.53. Senders lap 142, 15.6. Lawler's lap 142, 20.13. Senders lap 143, 15.1. Dead fin lap 132, 24.28. Ohm lap 141, 25.77. Senders lap 144, 17.23. Dead fin lap 133, 17.02. Lawler's lap 144, 15.92. Senders lap 145, 12.28. Ohm lap 142, 26.1. Lawler's lap 145, 15.73. Senders lap 146, 24.15. Ohm lap 143, 25.14. Lawler's lap 146, 15.55. Senders lap 147, 16.99. Lawler's lap 147, 17.05. Ohm lap 144, 20.39. Senders lap 148, 16.4. Dead fin lap 135, 28.11. Lawler's lap 148, 19.82. Senders lap 149, 12.52. Dead fin lap 136, 24.23. Lawler's lap 149, 22.74. Ohm lap 146, 23.99. Senders lap 150, 27.24. Dead fin lap 137, 15.79. Ohm lap 147, 17.11. Dead fin lap 138, 16.26. Lawler's lap 151.
Look at this.
17.58.
Swapping places in first after 151 laps.
29.18.
Leviticus. And
Dead fin lap 100.
who we got flying for Team Senders right now? Oh, Czar. Kevin Salazar.
Ohm lap 149, 16.27. Lawler's lap 152.
I missed the flight, the great run by Lev that everybody's talking about in the chat.
140, 16.69.
What's up, Spades Ace? What's up, Huff 19?
Senders lap 152, 30.77.
We are 154 laps into a 500 lap race.
13.86. Ohm lap 150.
Come on, throw 'em on.
23.67. Senders
Just so I
lap
can hear you.
153, 16.42. Dead fin lap 141, 19.7.
What's your prediction for how long this one will go?
Based on, here I'll redo it. We got 100, 500 laps divided by 155 times 1380 divided by 60 divided by 60. 2.84, 2.85 hours.
Total?
Yeah.
Lawler's lap 155,
All right.
20.54. Senders lap
So in seconds.
19.68.
Because that's what it's counting by.
Yeah.
Just a little over 10,000, 10,250 seconds.
Okay, so that puts us at about 1/3. That makes sense. 156 out of 500, almost 1/3.
Lawler's lap 156, 23.92. Senders lap 156, 24.94. Dead fin lap 145.
Dan, what do you have to say about this race?
Ohm lap
A lot of laps.
26.76.
Tell me what
What's the
exactly.
fastest lap you've seen?
7:08.
20.75.
7 seconds? Oh, it's because one of the switch laps?
154.
Like when you switch
Yeah, hold up.
pilots switch,
Yeah, so I don't know, 13s and change.
Lap 158.
ooh, if teams can switch faster than they can do laps, that's pretty impressive.
Lawler's lap 158, 20.11.
Pretty sure they can always. They're doing a lot of switches faster than doing laps.
Really?
That's for sure.
Because laps were like the orange stuff was doing like 12s.
There you go.
So that's pretty quick. I think they said the fastest switch was deadlock. That was like a 10-second switch, so it was slightly faster. If you do it absolutely perfect. But they were
Yeah,
using
he's timing it
the
from a
pit
weird-
mode switches, which is a lot.
Team Senders immediately.
They're doing it too. You can tell.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way that was 10 seconds.
Yeah, because the got the pit mode.
Yeah, so we're talking like 4 seconds for Senders.
So is that, and then that's a lap, the 4-second lap.
I don't get that.
So they should really.
No, it's not.
Yeah, they got a 7.92 lap right there. Yeah, that's a lap. So, ooh, the real strat. Now I didn't even think about that. The real strat
People?
is to change people every 3 if you can switch that fast. Because no one can do a 7-second lap. If you can switch in 7 seconds, if everyone on their team has that fast of a switch with the pit.
Well, I could be wrong, but I think some people thought of that strat.
Well, is anyone just sending their fast people for just 3?
I don't think they're fast people. I don't know. Let's watch.
Yeah, because let's see. You're right. All the PBs are like switches. You can see they're around 7 seconds. Team Ohms obviously doesn't have the pit switch option. I'm guessing.
Lawler's lap 163, 23.0.
Yeah,
Speaks highly of them.
Allers have the pit switch.
Yeah, but to be in front of Deadfin and have that really high switcher time.
I mean, you know why Deadfin's slower, right? They traded pilots after the draft.
I don't know what you mean.
They had the draft, and then Rec traded Chouse for Dio.
Oh, nice.
So
did
he
not
could have
know that.
the deadlock team. But like Chouse, I mean, Dio is a consistent, very solid pilot, but he's not Chouse. And then they put Chouse with wild type. And so it's pretty impressive that tiny face maulers over there are keeping up
I
with
know,
Senders,
dude.
right?
Jay's crushing. Here he is flying right now.
16.63.
I think so. Wait, who's on Senders besides Chowson?
Wild type, Czar.
And who's there? Oh, and gaining ground. No.
Yeah.
Gaining ground. Czar and who? Can't see over there.
Oh,
Is
gaining
that
ground's on
Redfin?
Ohm.
I think it's Redfin.
Redfin's on Deadfin.
You're right. That makes a lot more sense. Oh, it's
Nope,
no, if they had
Viper's on-
Viper, that would be ridiculous.
Viper's on Ohm.
Because Viper was a captain, right? Yeah, Viper's Ohm captain.
20.47.
Viper's on Team Ohm.
Deadfin lap 155.
Uh-oh, Ohm was stuck or something. There you go.
Lap 169. 16.71. Senders lap 170. 24.2. Ohm lap 166. 22.93.
I think
Face
Tiny Face
Mauler.
Maulers have a pretty good setup because they probably have the fastest last drafted pilot, I'm guessing, with Rue.
Yeah, she's been doing great.
Because she was advanced, right? And then Czar was a hobbyist. So he must have been Tiny Face Mauler's final pick. And Ohm is who? Viper.
Senders lap 172. 20.03.
Team Senders with a really funny catch there.
17.56.
Is Lazy Day
Deadfin lap 100.
on Senders, dude?
26.88.
No, is he?
Senders lap 173.
Who's the guy? Who's the farthest guy from us right here on Senders?
Right here? I can't see his face from here.
Caution call. Face left, you're on.
Caution, got you.
Who?
Again, that's a caution. Face left, you're
One
on.
on this team here.
Deadfin lap 159. 15.72.
Deadfin done.
Ohm lap 170. 17.5.
Ohm done.
Of the name of the team. Anyway.
Senders done.
Lap 174. 37.77.
Oh, is
Caution
that
for
Lazy Day?
out.
Okay. That,
Who are you
yeah,
talking
that's a
to?
solid team then. But yeah, so then the face maulers is what? Jay, Blue Jay, Leviticus, and Rue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Awesome team.
their lowest drafted pilot was advanced, so that's pretty solid. I think
30
I
seconds
think the same
remaining.
with Deadfin, because they have all the Deadlock guys, and then Redfin, who was I also think an advanced.
Cool that
15
Rue's wearing her
seconds
Team Mamba.
10,
9, 8.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 3. Centers lap 175, 70.56.
We're back in the air.
124.97.
Lap 176 of 500. I saw
There was
that.
a lot of mid-airs.
Yeah, tons of mid-airs. There was one where the pilots were both going through the split S upside down
And they
and
mid-aired
mid-aired
to-
into each other.
they both go
right
down on
there.
that one.
Finally touched.
24.11. Centers lap 177, 15.97. Mahler's lap 174, 21.48. Ohm lap 173, 25.18. Ohm lap 174, 16.43. Mahler's lap 175, 20.78. Sender's lap 178, 29.66. Deadfin lap 164, 15.35. Ohm lap 175, 20.63. Mahler's lap 176, 25.9. Deadfin lap 165, 15.12. Sender's lap 179, 31.36. Ohm lap 176, 18.99. Mahler's lap 177, 20.91. Deadfin lap 167.
What's up, FPV Gaps? Thanks for stopping by. We're just watching the weBLEED 500 right now.
Mahler's lap
Live racing here.
178,
Team racing finals
21.41.
of Whooptopia.
Sender's lap 180,
Bojangles shouting out the face maulers.
32.28.
They're doing so
Sender's
good.
lap
Let's see how many laps back are they. Only 3.
7.06.
They got this. Mr. Chow's currently
Deadfin
flying
lap
for Team Senders.
168, 21.44. Mahler's lap 179, 20.14. Sender's lap 182, 17.16. Deadfin lap 169, 19.61. Sender's lap 183, 13.83. Mahler's lap 180, 20.9. Ohm lap 178, 45.54. Deadfin lap 170, 19.48. Sender's lap 184, 16.4. Ohm lap 179, 12.82. Mahler's lap 181, 23.57. Sender's lap 185, 14.44. Ohm lap 180, 16.66. Sender's lap 186, 14.71. Mahler's lap 182, 22.13. Ohm lap 181, 14.25. Deadfin lap 172, 23.54. Senders lap 187, 19.16. Ohm lap 182, 14.96. Senders lap 188, 12.08. Mahler's lap 183,
Huge crash by Senders back up though.
32.83. Ohm lap 183, 15.84. Dead fin lap 174, 12.87. Ohm lap 184, 19.5. Senders lap 189, 28.38. Mahler's lap 185, 11.99. Ohm lap 185, 17.84. Dead fin lap 175, 29.1. Mahler's lap 186, 15.03. Senders lap 190, 26.14. Dead fin lap 176, 25.02. Senders lap 191, 28.04. Mahler's lap 188, 15.56. Dead fin lap 177, 23.35. Senders lap 192, 13.28. Mahler's lap 189, 15.13. Dead fin lap 178, 15.42. Ohm lap 188, 26.7. Mahler's lap 190, 16.94. Senders lap 193, 23.78. Ohm lap 189, 21.41. Mahler's lap 191, 17.05. Dead fin lap 180, 30.07. Mahler's lap 192, 20.27. Ohm lap 190, 24.95. Senders lap 194, 49.35. Dead fin lap 181, 30.94.
Yep.
Ohm lap 191.
Trying to figure out what's going on with the
20.13.
Maulers right now. It's a really long. Oh, they are flying. Leviticus in the air. You just can't see him. So odd what's
Senders lap
happening.
195, 31.07. Dead fin lap 182,
Everybody on the ground. Oh, except Maulers.
24.7. Dead fin lap 183, 9.44. Senders lap 196, 12.36.
Coming up on 200 laps.
Mahler's
Can you
lap
believe it?
193, 68.76.
196 for Senders, 193 for Maulers.
Senders lap 197, 17.92. Ohm lap 193, 17.4. Mahler's lap 195, 17.18. Senders lap 198, 14.86. Ohm lap 194, 18.71. Dead fin lap 185, 19.92. Senders lap 199,
Man, that was-
14.3. Ohm lap 195, 16.11. Mahler's lap 196, 26.29.
Senders with 200 laps
Senders
recorded.
lap
200 laps in for the Senders.
14.73. Ohm lap 196, 16.08. Senders lap 201, 13.99. Mahler's lap 197, 20.98. Deadfin lap 187, 24.82. Ohm lap 197, 17.08. Senders lap 202, 20.62. Mahler's lap 198, 21.32. Deadfin lap 188, 20.87. Senders lap 203, 14.76. Mahler's lap 199, 19.94. Ohm lap 199, 19.95. Senders lap 204, 14.7. Senders lap 205, 7.52. Deadfin lap 190, 24.44. Senders lap 206, 16.0. Mahler's lap 200, 20.46. Deadfin lap 191, 20.14. Senders lap 207, 14.26. Ohm lap 200, 50.95. Senders lap 208, 18.15. Mahler's lap 202, 18.24. Ohm lap 201, 13.59. Ohm lap 202, 18.55. Mahler's lap 203, 22.29. Senders lap 209, 27.34. Ohm lap 203, 16.58. Deadfin lap 194, 19.71. Senders lap 210, 22.37. Ohm lap 204, 14.38. Senders lap 211, 15.14. Ohm lap 205, 15.16. Deadfin lap 195, 28.59. Mahler's lap 205, 29.31. Ohm lap 206, 15.44. Mahler's lap 206, 11.53. Ohm lap 207, 15.72. Mahler's lap 207, 14.78. Senders lap 212, 39.23. Ohm lap 208, 13.68. Mahler's lap 208, 16.58. Deadfin lap 197, 31.81.
What's going on with Team Senders right now? Could be stuck right there, and I hear a coach.
Caution
Ohm
heard,
lap
caution heard.
19.62.
Team Senders.
Mahler's
Ohm,
lap
caution
200.
Where
was
are you
called
stuck?
before Ohm got through the start gate.
16.76.
Ohm, please bring it in. Deadfin, continue on. Deadfin, bring it in.
Deadfin lap 198.
Timer starts
30.2.
now. Caution Senders.
Race stopped.
I didn't get to see where they were stuck in the end. What's up, Phil? Joining us again in the chat. What's up, everybody at the Whoop House?
30
What's up,
seconds until
all the
launch.
Whooptopia pilots and all the fans of Whooptopia around the world?
15, 10.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 3.
All right, that timer's
Mahler's
running
lap
again.
210, 83.52. Senders lap 213,
1 hour and 12 minutes into this heat. It
115.12.
is a heat, a race, a
Deadfin
finals,
lap
the
200,
weBLEED 500.
8.36.
He knocked out 214 of those laps so
Mahler's
far.
lap 211,
In part thanks to the
15.04.
quick pits
Ohm lap
of Team Senders.
211, 19.0.
Stacking a lap every time they do that.
Mahler's lap 212,
And Jay flying so beautifully right now for the Maulers.
201, 22.09. Ohm lap 212,
It just feels like a really consistent throttle.
17.82.
Feels like the throttle never changes,
Mahler's
and
lap
he's just really good at riding
213,
exactly on the limit of
15.02.
where he should
Senders
fly.
lap 214, 45.03. Deadfin lap 202, 21.8. Mahler's lap 214, 15.59. Deadfin lap 203, 28.03. Mahler's lap 215, 23.61. Senders lap 215, 40.78. Ohm lap 213, 56.42. Mahler's lap 216, 15.7. Deadfin lap 205, 15.04.
Tiny Face Mahler's back out in front.
Ohm lap 214.
Team Senders riding in second place right now.
Caution, caution.
And a
Caution. Finish the lap you're on. Caution. Finish the lap you are on.
I think it was the Maulers that called
Senders
that
bringing
caution.
it in.
Deadfin lap 206.
Deadfin bringing it in and
24.63.
Ohm bringing it in.
Ohm lap
Caution
200,
heard. Timer
restart.
starts now.
Caution heard. I heard that caution heard.
"30 seconds until launch. "15, 10,
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 3. Deadfin lap 207.
I like that view of the launch. That was
70.7.
pretty nice.
Senders lap 217, 83.78. Deadfin lap 208, 14.69. Ohm lap 217, 17.19.
Is that the whip house?
Deadfin lap 209, 20.48.
He found
Ohm
him.
lap 218, 20.33. Senders lap 218, 46.46. Deadfin lap 210, 14.84. Ohm lap 219, 16.1. Mahler's lap 217, 165.52. Deadfin lap 211, 18.56. Senders lap 220, 10.03. Ohm lap 220, 24.7. Dead fin lap 212, 15.01. Senders lap 221, 18.33. Ohm lap 221, 13.98. Dead fin lap 213, 21.25. Senders lap 222, 12.23. Ohm lap 222, 19.95. Dead fin lap 214, 10.21. Mahler's lap 219, 20.72. Dead fin lap 215, 19.2. Senders lap 223, 29.41. Senders lap 225,
Hey, I looked away for a second, guys. Somebody tell me what happened to the tiny face maulers, huh? All of a sudden they're back 5 laps. Team O up in the 2 spot, Sender's still in the 1st spot.
Senders lap 226.
Kind of surprised to see that. Must have happened quickly.
Mahler's lap 221, 19.91. Senders lap 227, 13.94. Ohm lap 224, 31.29. Mahler's lap 222, 19.77. Senders lap 228, 16.67. Ohm lap 225, 14.9. Dead fin lap 218, 20.58. Senders lap 229, 13.83.
Greenhorn saying, what does caution mean? That just means they have to stop the race for some reason, like to go get a quad or to make a 1 minute repair. Anytime the clock stops, one of these teams has to use one of their 10 allotted cautions for this 500 lap race.
Ohm lap 227, 17.17. Mahler's lap 224, 20.62. Senders lap 231, 17.53. Dead fin lap 220.
Caution called for Ohm. Finish the lap you are on. And caution
Race
starts now. Almost halfway to 500 laps. 232 laps for Team Senders right now. "30 seconds until launch. "15, 10.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 3. Ohm lap 228, 99.82. Senders lap 232, 90.36. Ohm lap 229, 17.52. Senders lap 233, 18.12. Dead fin lap 222, 23.6. Ohm lap 230, 14.75. Senders lap 234, 17.32. Mahler's lap 227, 19.77. Ohm lap 231, 13.9. Senders lap 235, 14.4. Dead fin lap 223, 28.27. Mahler's lap 228, 20.02. Senders lap 236, 14.29. Ohm lap 232, 24.97. Dead fin lap 224, 24.94. Mahler's lap 229, 20.52. Ohm lap 233,
Weird hearing
14.87.
just the stream
Dead
noise.
fin lap 225,
no, you'll hear your own voice too.
14.77.
Just
Well, at
a
least
sec.
it's not delayed, so it doesn't speech jam you.
Yeah.
Senders lap
not gonna be
238,
delayed.
22.14.
Who we have in the stream right now? Can y'all say what's up?
19.34.
Yeah, we've been chatting with the
Senders
scene.
lap
Phil's still out there.
239,
You know, Phil from MultiGP
10.93.
explaining
I
why.
don't know Phil from MultiGP.
Phil Blasta.
Ohm
You
lap
do know him. Yeah, he was
235,
partied with us a bunch at I.O.
13.1.
You know how many people I met at
Mahler's
I.O.
lap
and
231,
overloaded my brain to the point where
20.74.
I don't
Actually,
remember
I do.
90% of the people
Believe
that I met
me,
there.
I do. I've been there too.
Hey, Greenhorn.
Greg, can we turn on Edoc's mic?
Ohm
Oh,
lap
my, off?
236, 19.83.
Oh, I'm on.
I just can't hear him for some reason.
Mahler's lap 232.
Do I need to pull it down and pull it closer to my mouth?
Oh, that's it. Nice. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Senders lap
I guess I should
240,
learn from all the different iGout
33.61.
streams that I got to talk like Dan and put this closer.
Dead fin lap
Otherwise, Liz will drown me out.
227,
Exactly.
32.02.
So yeah, we're just
Ohm
trucking
lap
along, just about to hit the halfway
237,
point.
18.59.
So who we have
Senders
flying
lap
here?
241,
Who's OSD? Do you know whose OSD is the Burr?
Mahler's lap 233,
Yeah, let me. Which one's that? Which
Sorry,
team?
hard.
25.66.
Oh,
Senders.
Team Senders.
Ohm lap
No, I don't.
238, 18.33.
It's definitely someone who's running the CAC mod because I'm noticing all their. My name is Jeff is in the low battery
Yeah,
message.
no, I love that.
Mahler's lap
Team
234.
Senders.
Hello,
I think
Huff
that's
19.
Lacey
It was
J.
so good to meet you this week.
Senders lap 242, 28.65.
So
Dead fin
I don't know
lap
if Dan talked about this, but
229,
this middle
9.99.
section of the track, you get a crosswind
Senders
from
lap
everyone going by.
243,
So the middle section of the track
15.79.
basically feels like you're going through
Mahler's
choppy
lap
water. There's so much dirty air.
235,
Makes sense.
And it's
22.43.
so hard to keep it smooth, but it looks like a lot of these pilots, I guess, with once you have a couple hours on the
Ohm
track,
lap
you kind of learn to deal with it.
7.02. Dead fin lap 230.
Yeah, we've had a lot of collisions, but for the most part, not a whole lot of traffic.
Senders, caution, herd, tiny face
no.
small as you're
Mahler's lap
done.
236.
Oh, bring it in.
22.5.
Oh, that's
Dead
Ohm
fin,
lap
continue
200.
on
Okay,
and
so it
finish
came
your
back.
lap.
17.48.
looks like somebody went down and lost video, but it looks like it eventually came back, but they didn't take the chance on it.
I wasn't
Called the
watching
caution.
Senders. I didn't get to see what happened.
Tasty, in order for me to for you to take your job, you have to come here first and have it in
Dead
first
fin
place.
bringing it in, and 1 minute caution
How's it going,
starts
Tasty?
now.
What's up, Tasty?
Senders, caution.
Oh, the Whoop race in Dayton, Ohio looks amazing. Is it January 28th that the tickets go on sale for that?
That's right.
Is it do they have a website for it, or do we just have to watch the Facebook?
I think we're watching the Facebook. I don't know about a website for it. Let us know. Props off.
Yeah, because I think it's just an Eventbrite page that you're going to link, right, Props off?
But yeah, I saw you went to that meeting yesterday, right, Scooter?
All right.
Tell us what was decided over there.
Oh, no.
30 seconds until
Get
launch.
some, man. That track looks like it'd be worth the 9-hour drive to go fly it. Like, it looks like I want to fly through giant planes.
Yeah, I love that
15.
event. That's a special one.
Nice.
It's gonna go
Vanadium.
forever too.
I'm so sad to miss you here at
10.
Vanadium, but I'm also very glad that you kept your sickness at home.
Race stopped.
Sup, Pro Dangles? You got to get your HD0 whoops going so you can come to these too.
Yeah, get over here. I mean, I've only been flying HD zeros.
Race stopped.
I mean, it looks like.
Hold on, guys. Give me a second.
Well,
I'm
IO
not
was
the
my
timing
first time
guy,
seeing
and I don't know what I'm doing
HD0,
over here.
and it
Yeah.
was like I've only
One
seen it in
sec.
YouTube videos, but I don't know what YouTube does to HD0 to make it look so much worse. But like
yeah.
you put the goggles on, it looks so much better than any video can show you.
I think it looks incredible. Yeah, I love it, especially in bright light. But I fly a lot in the darkness, and it still looks
Oh, hey,
terrific.
there's layouts. Oh, and off-grid everything. Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Arm your quads.
I would have liked to have taken off in my
Starting
All right,
final,
here we
but
go. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah,
That's
things fail.
the worst way to go down. We're back in the air.
Senders lap
weBLEED 500.
244,
Get ready to celebrate because we're going to hit that
okay,
halfway
so that's
mark
wild
pretty
type
soon.
in the top left.
Mahler's lap 237.
Jay's in the bottom left.
127.07.
Oh, is Rec in the bottom right?
Yep.
Okay, so
Senders
one
lap
thing with Rex Whoop.
245.
Oh, you can kind of see it in the top right now.
14.06.
It kind of looks like a big blue
Ohm
blob
lap
because he has so many LEDs on it.
243,
Yeah, we've been talking about that.
Yeah, you can see it from, yeah, you know when you're around him because it's just blue light.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, man. Oh, look at all the Team SWAT guys. Yeah, I heard you guys were sad
Mahler's
about that
lap
yesterday.
239,
I was very sad about it yesterday.
15.38. Ohm lap 244.
But, you know, team racing was fun,
21.83.
even though we
Deadfin
had
lap
more fun than we had good
234,
results.
24.46. Senders lap 246. 34.44.
I don't know. What do you think is a good?
Deadfin
What's
lap
too much of a drive for a good whoop
235,
race? I think 10 hours would be.
18.97.
That's
I
doable.
go a long ways.
You go
I
a long
mean,
way.
yeah, but
Well,
I.
you drove to IO,
5.85.
didn't you?
Yep, I always drive to IO. And
How long of a drive is that for you?
I think it was
Mahler's lap
21 hours. I can't remember.
241.
Something like
21 hours.
19 to 21, I think.
Do you do it in 2 days, like
Senders
11-hour
lap
trunks? Or like?
Yep.
247.
Nice.
Yep, 2 days. I was staying in a hotel. Multi-GP covers all that.
If I destroyed the course, I could have got a rerun on nice angles. I'll remember that if that happens next year.
Mahler's lap 242.
I'm pretty sure if I purposely destroyed the course, I'd also get a DQ in addition to the rerun.
13.24. Senders
A
lap
rerun and a DQ
249.
combined.
14.42.
So, like, you know, I fly a lot of Velocidrone.
Yeah.
Velocidrone has a bug right now
Nerd.
that every
First
once in a
lap
while
you're
you just can't
on.
take off. And it's we call it the stuck to the start line
Got
bug.
it.
And yeah, Michael Ounce is saying, like, yeah, it's
Nice.
funny how that kind of followed me into real life.
Bring it
Yeah,
in.
totally.
Bring it in.
5.21.
I missed it, but I'm guessing that was
Caution.
Deadfin.
Starts
21.
now.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm pretty safe to assume with the gray video screen. Well, I guess we have the stream slightly delayed here, don't we? So we can kind of see it. Or
Sometimes
is
it
that-
gets really delayed, though.
Oh, that I
The
guess.
chat keeps up.
Yeah, the chat looks live. Let's see.
Everyone.
Oh, that's way. Oh, hit the live button. I guess we'll miss the replay, but
I don't care about that.
it'll be there for the next one.
Every once in a while, I do this to try to catch up the rest of the way.
Nice. It's funny you say that, Tasty,
30
because
seconds until launch.
Zotek was cursing me for because his gear was having issues after it touched my computer, and he's saying my stuff is contagious, causing issues to happen.
15 seconds.
I still haven't figured out how, but
Yeah, I was just gonna ask how. What was the actual issue?
he said I think it was my USB.
What's that look
port.
on Blue Jay's face right
10
there? Oh my
seconds.
God!
Oh, is he getting ready to go up?
It was him wanting that to work. No, Lev's going up.
I thought Lev was on the other team.
Here we go.
Nope.
Arm your quads.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's funny that
Starting
it's
on
Blue
the
Jay
tone
and
in less
Jay.
than 3.
Yep.
Lots of Jays on that team.
And Ruin Leviticus.
Senders lap
Yeah, I was kind of sad when they
251,
reran the draft
83.9.
because yeah, it
Ohm
was
lap
Mr. Ravel was in the pool,
249,
but then when we did
85.2.
attendance, he wasn't there, so we had to rerun the draft. So I originally had Rue on my team, but I mean Liz is pretty good as well.
She is. Yeah. Rue's one of the fastest.
Ohm lap 250.
I don't know if Jesse would agree with what
17.17.
Protangle said there.
Mahler's lap
I didn't hear it.
244.
Oh, this one right here.
17.38.
Who would
Senders
the
lap
other person be?
252,
I think number like, other people that are
26.46.
very fast with whoops.
Yeah. Who do you
so-
think I think is faster? You don't
Ohm
know if I would
lap
agree with Prodangles.
251,
I think you should agree with
18.45.
Prodangles
Senders lap 253.
because I think the other fast whoop pilots in
14.1.
Canada that I can think of are
Mahler's
Paco
lap
out in Quebec
246,
and
18.64.
Solace in Ontario.
Ohm lap
All right. I don't know those
252,
guys actually.
Oh, you don't?
14.74.
Oh, you never met Paco at an?
Senders
Yeah,
lap
yeah, I met Paco.
254,
Oh, you met Paco before. Yeah, he's.
14.51.
I think he's just such a good pilot. He flies other things, but when you put him on a whoop, you give him an hour, and then he's fast on the whoop as well.
17.48.
Nice.
He's like
Ohm
really
lap
adaptable.
253, 14.51.
Puff 19, I got to give him a coffee crisp. That's
Centers
like
lap
Canadian chocolate bar.
255.
That's
Nice.
like a chocolate coffee and a
18.33.
wafer.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is delicious.
Caution, caution.
Oh,
Caution.
Vanadium, when you get those
Slap
V2
on.
stickers, I want
Look at it
one.
now.
20.84.
Deadfin,
Tiny
you are
face
good to
maulers.
keep continuing on.
Once again, calls a
Continue
caution
on,
and then
Deadfin.
instantly
2.87.
figures out how to turtle it. Or can they? Maybe they really are stuck.
They look
Lev's
pretty
still
stuck on
trying.
the bottom left. Yeah, is it Leviticus?
That was a short flight time between
Deadfin
those
lap
two cautions.
243.
We
did get over the halfway mark, though.
12.06.
Caution starts now.
Well, it was at
1
least
hour,
a minute
30 minutes
37.
So we're looking at right around 3 hours for all 500 laps.
Caution, please.
If the first half's anything like the second.
Thank you.
Man, that's kind of weird having the audio from the over the mic and also you talking at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
Breaks my brain trying to focus my attention both ways at once.
I know what you mean.
30 seconds until launch.
Nice, Scooter. I gotta say, I'm actually kind of surprised I didn't have more stickers on me this Whooptopia because the world outside of my goggles and Whoop did not exist. And people could have literally
15.
walked up in front of me and stuck it to the front of me and I probably wouldn't have noticed.
10.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 3.
Okay. Do they keep it on Lev or do they cycle it?
244, 71.0. Senders lap 257.
So I want to see that. I
Everybody
think that's
starts
Blue
on the
Jays
left.
Whoop. Oh yeah, that's definitely Blue Jays Whoop because it looks giant with the LEDs out the side.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
On lap 256.
Got 3 out of the 4 of them still lit after
14.55.
Whooptopia qualifiers the other day.
Oh, I think I know who Burr is now. That's Mr. Chaz.
18.03.
Okay.
Because that makes sense because he's the one that hangs with Evan Turner and he's probably using that CAC firmware that all those fast guys
I
use.
don't know. I can't remember.
257.
I'm pretty sure that's
15.25.
yeah, pretty sure that's Mr. Chaz.
I'm looking at
Senders
Mr.
lap
Chaz.
Tasty, if
Mr. Chaz is standing up
oh,
right
is he
there.
standing up? Who's flying?
Is it not Lazy
Deadfin
Day?
lap 246.
Lazy Day's not here.
Oh,
Zara's here.
23.68.
I can't remember the red shirt over there. I'm embarrassed.
Red. I can't even see past this bright light. Wasn't that this team or am I thinking of a different
It
team
is.
here?
Yep, Team Senders is
On
right
lap
here.
I don't even see anyone wearing a red shirt on this near table.
15.0. Senders lap 260.
oh, that's Laughing.
23.43.
Oh, Laughing.
Deadfin
Okay,
lap
could be Laughing.
My bad.
247.
Yes, there's Edox
That
stickers
is
now.
not
Canadian.
laughing. That is not laughing.
Isn't it?
No.
No? I gotta look at the. Do we have the draft sheet?
No.
18.52.
You just put it on the thing
Mahler's
and
lap 250.
give it to us.
There's no names, yeah.
21.2.
That's funny.
Deadfin lap 248. 19.45. Senders lap 261.
Oh yeah, Tasty. I'll get you an Edox sticker.
27.89.
If I can find where Lightning disappeared to, I will give him a Edox sticker to send to you.
Deadfin
Senders
lap
and Ohm
249.
on the exact same lap after
18.28.
261 laps.
Nice.
How does that
Oh,
happen?
Are they okay? They're pitting in the bottom right.
How on
On
earth does
lap
that happen?
262, 24.22. Deadfin lap 250, 13.08. Senders lap 262, 40.08.
I haven't seen your monthly stickers.
Mahler's lap 251, 47.36.
Nobody has.
Nobody has.
Ohm lap 263.
Is there a preview of them anywhere?
Nope.
21.75.
I haven't done that. You would have seen it.
I would have
Deadfin
seen it.
lap 251, 24.82. Mahler's lap 252, 19.34. Ohm lap 264, 19.59.
Oh yeah, so yeah, watching like Team Senders, like you can see in their view, they got 3 whoops right now. And yeah, like my experience on this track is when you had 3 people like that, it was no clean air.
Deadfin lap
So you had to take things much
252,
tighter, or that happened.
27.94.
Yeah, he just
Mahler's
dove
lap
into the
Or
bracer.
much looser, I would say.
24.
Because yeah, you just don't have the air to grip onto,
lap
so you
265,
gotta aim more for the middle than the sides of the
23.31.
gates.
Yep, icing it right now, chasing down. Let's see, who is that? Vase Maulers. can't quite see who that is. Is it Rue?
Ohm lap
It is Rue.
266, 16.5.
Now I see
Mahler's
headed
lap
home.
254, 23.12.
But yeah, Team Face Maulers rode in first place for a lot of this event. Maybe 100 laps, maybe more. Wasn't really watching.
Oh, now they've fallen behind.
Deadfin lap 200.
Yeah, now they're falling behind. What is that? A full 12 laps behind first place Team Ohm and Team Senders. Been riding side by side for a little while here. Now separated by 2+ laps.
Mahler's lap 255, 27.57. Senders
Some
lap
of them have their OSD names just underneath the team labels, so it's hard to tell who's
51.49.
flying. I mean, Wild Types is pretty easy to
Senders
read
lap
because it's got the smiley, just WT smiley.
12.98. Ohm lap 268, 24.3. Deadfin lap 255, 34.01. Senders lap 266, 14.88. Mahler's lap 257, 11.53.
Did you fly last year in the weBLEED
Senders lap
500?
We were out
267,
early. We did not make it through
14.86.
qualifying last year.
So
Nightwing was our
lap
captain, and
269,
that was when his whoop decided to stop working.
31.96.
So we were
Mahler's lap
basically running without a captain.
258,
It did not go well for us.
24.97.
yeah.
Senders lap
I mean, so
268,
that means that just like me, you've probably
14.46.
never run a race this long.
No, I have not.
Me neither.
I would love to.
I think
This
the longest
seems
one
like
I've ever
amazing.
done was like
Mahler's lap
25 minutes. We
259,
did team racing at the invitation.
I don't think I've
16.39.
done a race more than 2 minutes.
Senders lap 269.
I've never had. Well, this. Oh, I guess this one was half an hour.
15.06.
So yeah, the qualifying for these
Deadfin lap
is the longest I've done.
257, 27.62. Ohm lap 270, 34.34.
Yeah, I guess CDZ has a good point. If you're coming to
Senders lap
Whooptopia, get some stickers made
270,
before you come here.
14.62.
Yeah,
Sticker exchange is real fun.
yeah. It's a big part of Tiny Whoop culture now.
Mahler's lap 261, 15.58. Deadfin
I like
lap
how ZDZ's asking everyone for stickers, and everyone's now calling them out for not having any.
17.07.
Feet stickers, that's good,
Ohm lap
tasty.
271, 33.06. Mahler's lap 262, 15.47. Deadfin lap 260, 19.67.
Rec is living up to his name here, hitting the gates with some force.
Mahler's
Yeah,
lap
Rec is a really fun pilot for me to watch fly. I love his
21.92.
style.
Ohm lap 272.
I'm surprised he got so quick, so fast, so quickly. Like, he hasn't been flying that long, and he's already like top 8 of elites in
Senders lap
Whooptopia's speed.
Yeah, he's not holding back at all,
15.86.
even though it's team racing. What was that?
Deadfin lap 262.
I couldn't hear.
14.72. Senders lap 273. 8.55. Ohm
As he
lap
gets some supporting his
33.32.
weBLEED teammates that are on Tiny Face Maulers.
Senders lap
Also probably Rue as well.
15.06.
We need Blue Jay to, well, that's the thing, Get Some. You need to go to this museum race so you can meet Blue Jay as well, and then cheer for him as well.
Yeah, he's always there.
14.79.
He did really good there last year.
Oh, he's been flying for a while, Freshbread? I guess for you to know better. How long has he been flying for, Freshbread? Do you know? Because, like, I don't think I've seen him in that many things. But, yeah, Freshbread would know because he was local up until very recently.
Yeah. I've flown with Rec for a very long time.
Oh, you've flown with Rec for a long time?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just, like, my
Good luck
first...
is just so old school now.
Yeah. Well, my first meeting with Rec was with Racecow.
Ohm lap 276, 14.0. Senders lap 277.
Nice scooter.
15.0. Ohm lap 277.
Scooter likes the loose props.
14.42.
Let's see, who we got in the sky from Face Munchers now? Leviticus going to come in. Let's see who goes up. I think it might be Blue Jay.
Yeah, I think Blue Jay, it's, yeah, Blue Jay after Lev and then
There
Root.
it is.
Deadfin lap 267.
Blue Jay now in the air. You can see his quad right away.
Dio here is, I think, like even last year he was really good at just racking up laps. His flying style, I think, fits this format really well.
Yeah.
Like, because he's not like this, he's not a super fast guy, but he's so smooth, and his batteries just go on and on.
Yep.
That he can just rack them up. I'm trying to remember who posted the link. I think I saw it on the Tiny Whoop group for the museum
Search
race.
Kelly Stanley.
Kelly Stanley.
K-E-L-E Stanley. He's the creator of the race, and he gives out a lot of information about it.
Because yeah, it's like, and I think he adds everyone as a friend that adds him too.
That's nice.
So yeah, if you add Kelly, and you'll be able to see when they go on sale.
Deadfin lap 270, 18.74.
Oh, there you go. Scooter's got it. January 29th at noon Eastern.
17.95.
You're going to be at that one, Jesse?
Yep.
It's a little bit of travel for me, so I'm not sure if I'd be able to make it or not.
Actually, oh yeah, that's January 28th is when sales are, when tickets go on sale and probably go out of sale.
So what do I guess I just haven't, I got to apparently make my way to Nebraska at some time to see this, the rest of the Deadlock crew that doesn't get talked about as much.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think Rex the fastest guy on Deadlock.
Okay,
He's the elite class Deadlock pilot.
Yeah, I would.
And I love that he, pretty much the whole Deadlock crew is into LEDs as much as I am.
Yeah, well, they have some crazy gates. Rodney was showing me this gate that they made that opened and closed, so it would be bigger and smaller.
Yeah, the Iris gate.
Yeah, and yeah, they need to host an event so we could fly those gates.
I agree with that.
285, 17.33.
But even, yeah, like, I met the Deadlock guys, like, yeah, well, last Whooptopia and also at IO, and they also seem to be, all of them are super helpful, too. Like, when it comes time to, like, set up, tear down, they all seem to be here.
They're the best.
16.63.
The Stargate Iris gate. That's a,
yeah.
You know a gate is good when it has the word gate in it twice.
Deadfin lap 200.
So Scooter, do you know if this year at the museum races they're going to be a large cannon like there was last year?
The newbie drone cannon. Do people want the newbie drone cannon back? I mean, it was the most talked about.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people getting stuck in it.
Yeah, if you didn't aim straight for the middle, it was really easy to get stuck in.
On lap 287, 16.5. Mahler's lap 277, 24.44.
Yeah, this year 64 pilots instead of 32. Yeah, Blue Jay FPV saying, I can't believe this is Chase the Ace. Yep, so after 500 laps, you could get one ace, and then we'll run it again.
Yeah, a lot of fans of the cannon, it looks like.
Chase the Ace.
On lap 289, 13.27. Senders lap 288.
It technically is the finals of a double elimination bracket.
It's like a Chase the Ace, but the Ace is 500 laps instead of 2 wins.
Yeah, that sounds...
So yeah, Vanadium, the museum is in Dayton, Ohio.
23.63. On lap 290, 19.35.
Is there any other like bigger event? I guess the New Mexico guys haven't quite figured out when they can do their next one.
12.31.
Yeah, they had a big one at the Electric Playground. There's also one in Massachusetts called the Northeast Whoop Championship.
Yeah, Northeast Whoop Championships. It looks awesome.
Yeah, that's a great one. There's one every year in April in Colorado, and so far it's been Whoop Wars Battlegrounds, but it's not clear what it'll be this year.
Yeah, it's going to get a new name, but probably be around the same time.
That's what we're
420
hoping.
weekend.
That's what we're hoping for.
Fresh Bread, are you going to Northeast Whoop Champs? Now that you're in the Northeast?
Senders lap 291, 17.52. Ohm lap 292, 24.06.
Awesome, that's great to hear.
Mahler's lap 283, 15.78.
That red, okay. Redfin having some issues getting up the ladder.
13.5.
There's also been a couple really big ones in Knoxville that I've gotten to go to. The tournament.
Those always seem to have really low, like, notice to when they happen, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to get the word out. We always tell a bunch of people, but
yeah,
it's not like we can talk about it on big live streams like
I think that's like one of the big things that's the issue for me. I usually have to do international travel to get to any of these events, so if you don't have at least 2 months notice, I probably can't do it if I have to cross the border.
Okay.
8.85.
Helps to have a bunch of time to plan that.
Yes. Well, too, and then I'm also a parent, and I have to get, you know, child minding and
Of
make
course.
sure the household moves smoothly when I'm not there.
Of course.
15.7.
3 aircraft are dead. Oh, and finally we got a
Finish your
caution.
lap.
Is that a dead pin or a Senders?
Mahler's caution was called before you went through the start finish. Mahler's, please bring that in.
There it is.
16.95.
Caution starts now.
Race stopped.
Sure. Yeah, let's take a minute to just at least mention all the sponsors that came together for Whooptopia 2023, starting with the gold sponsors along the bottom: Fractal Engineering, iGas, Speedy Pizza Drones, Foxeer, GemFan, Drone Zone New Jersey, Rosie Rippers, Birds Aren't Real, and Wreck Drones. Another thanks to our diamond sponsors: HQ Prop, DR Printing, Happy Model, Orca, Vifly, Beta FPV, Arizona Nitrax, and FYS Crafts.
30 seconds until launch.
And of course our platinum sponsors: weBLEED FPV, Tiny Whoop, Newbie Drone, Major League Drone Racing, and Perspective Image. weBLEED FPV, of course, is the namesake of the
15.
weBLEED 500. And this is the second edition of the weBLEED 500.
10.
Pop
Hey,
quiz.
we're up in camera.
Yeah, we're on camera right now. Hi, everybody.
Starting on the tone in less
It's
than
weird
3.
not being mirrored.
Not being what?
Mirrored.
Oh, you are.
No,
yeah.
I could read the weBLEED on my shirt. It was the right way around.
Sure.
0.94.
I know what you mean then.
Man, Props Off brings out a good point to any of these Whoop races. The Whoop House is probably, I'd say, 70% of the experience of coming to these Whoop races.
Yeah, or more.
If not more, yeah.
Like I said yesterday, it's where Tiny Whoop was born, and it's where it still really lives.
299.
Yeah, if you guys ever come to these, and try to reach out to the local group and find out where the the Whoop houses are.
I mean, so far, it's just pretty much like every single person that goes to the event is invited to hang out at the Whoop house as late as they want. And in my case, this time around, I had an Airbnb that was actually adjacent to this parking lot, but
Oh, nice.
I decided not to use it because I went there and it was just really, really gross.
Oh, no.
Like, really bad.
Did you hear about Ravel's hotel room the first day he came here before the Whoop house was ready?
I didn't.
No? Oh, he pulled the sheets up and they were, the bed was not looking good to sleep
Yeah,
in.
like that's kind of what I thought. Just looking at the how clean everything else was, I was like, I'm not going to get in that bed. And I thought to myself, I'm not going to stay in a place like this ever again for the rest of my life. And I just walked out the door.
I mean, last year we had an Airbnb that was pretty cheap, but at least the beds were, like, it was clean at least, and the beds were comfortable. But
Caution.
Oh, Deadfin calling a
Finish
caution
the lap
now.
you are on.
do we have a caution
Senders,
tracker
you
somewhere?
are bringing it in.
Not here.
Not here.
All the others have it in.
I wonder if I ran to the booth and asked Head if he would tell us.
Yeah, they tell us. So
Yeah,
Deadfin
Definitely
called that
Dan is
caution.
a Whoop House expert. If you stay with one that Dan is on, you'll know he'll have a spreadsheet to determine where everyone in the Whoop House is.
Yeah, they're hard to do without a spreadsheet.
But yeah, no, I was going to say the mini Whoop House last year, the feature that got me was there was like a hanging lamp. And it looked like a link. There was a chain
until
link that
launch.
connected it, but one of the links was broken, and they used a spoon to hold the lamp up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was
Nice.
it was quite good.
Nice.
15. 10.
Gaining ground looks like he's plugging in a battery for someone else.
Oh my God, we crossed over the 300-mile marker and didn't even notice, or lap marker, I'll say.
Talking with chat too much here.
5 seconds until the next race.
Only an hour and 46 in, and we have done 306 laps, ladies and gentlemen. It's 5:51 p.m. I think we can do another 200. Well, we'll just see. I think early predictions may have been good.
Let's see, is the gap? Well, I guess the other teams are starting to spread out a bit now.
306 for Team Senders, 305 for Team Ohm, 295 for Team Tiny Face Maulers, and Deadfin, 289 laps.
Maulers lap 296.
So Tiny Face Maulers getting ready to join the 300 club. But only 2 laps, well, less than 2 laps between Team Senders and Team Ohm. And I ask again, how? How does that happen? Did the chat ever figure it out?
I mean, that's a lot of replay to go through to pin it down.
Props off says I run roughly 600 laps at I.O. 2022. Wow. I don't think...
I think because it was like 5 days, I would do like about 20 packs a day at I.O.
Okay, 20 packs a day. How many laps a pack?
Like at least 3.
All right, so there's 60 laps a day. That would be like 10 days. He's
like
doing
25.
He's doing 3 times that.
No, it'd be 120 laps times 5 days. That's about 600. So I was probably at a similar count.
Amazing.
Yeah, no, I.O. is, if you want to fly, it's an amazing event to go to because, yeah, other than the World Cup track, every other track had a pretty short queue, and you put your name in the queue, you're generally up and flying within 10 minutes.
Yeah, yep. There's tons and tons and tons of flying at I.O. It's the place you go to fly. It's summer camp for flying FPV.
Absolutely. I would agree with that. And also, was it Gankman that had the brisket at the Tiny Whoop tent?
Gankman.
Yeah, Gankman. That's who it was.
Yeah,
that,
Gankman.
Oh, that brisket was really good.
And he wasn't the only one. There's like 3 or 4 people that...
Oh, Ohm's calling a
Caution
caution.
called. Caution heard. Finish the lap. You are on.
Let's see if we can see it in the delayed stream, or is it too far back now? Oh, there he goes. Oh, he hit a ladder. Going down the ladder. Took out his video.
Ooh, bummer. Well, bring it in.
I had that happen to me in my first heat at...
Why did it clock out so fast? Look at that.
Now.
Just taps it, goes completely
that
gray.
means when it goes gray like that and you still have OSD, that means either your camera plug came up or a wire of your camera kind of broke, or a chip on the back got knocked off.
Yeah, that shouldn't
generally the
happen
big
from
things.
that tiny little... I mean, that's got to be like an accumulation.
There was some
back.
heat there.
Agreed, it is agreed. I mean, to do damage to a camera, I just think it could have been several wrecks. That
Yes,
contributed
yeah,
to that.
absolutely.
Didn't quite
It's never
seem
just
right.
one. I think
It'll
Tiny
be
Whip
a
parts I've
seconds
never had
until
break
launch.
once. It's always the thousands crash that gets them.
Yeah,
It's the straw that broke the camel's back, basically.
that can happen. Well, let's see here.
15,
15 seconds and we'll be back.
10.
Maulers is looking strong.
Arm your quads. Starting
That's
on
the one
tone
thing,
in
I
less
guess, the
than
one
3.
advantage. Well, I guess there was more than one team doing it now. But if you notice the Blue Jays table there, he has his monitor out. So when you're catching, you can see when your teammate is coming in. You don't have to find them on the course.
Yeah, pretty important.
16.88.
Although Blue Jays'
Nice
video's
pass.
looking kind of gnarly right now.
Watch Team Senders right now.
Okay,
Back
let's
and
see
forth
Team
with
Senders.
Blue Jay.
Senders lap 300.
Well, just got in front of Blue Jay.
Yeah, Mr. Chaz is sending it right now.
Maulers lap 303. 19.79.
I don't know. I had a funny way of meeting Mr. Chaz, because the first time I met him was in Velocitron. I made a track, which was the intention of the track was not to be a good track. It was a bunch of really silly elements in a row. So the track started with a bunch of very tight knife edges that you had to go through.
Yeah.
So the first 2 were just 2 normal, very tight knife edges. The other ones had lava. So if you touched the edges, you would also get reset.
Nice.
And then the next section was we called it the basher section, and it was kind of like Takeshi's Castle. You know, they have the little bumpers going back and forth, and you had to find your line through them
totally.
without getting bashed.
That sounds
then
awesome.
I learned how to animate the gates. So the next section, the gates ran away from you.
Oh, that's great.
And when I showed it to, oh man, now I showed it to Lightning, I think. And he said, or maybe it was Blue Jay. And they said a flight test, apparently you had something similar by putting a gate on a kid's hat and having them run around.
Oh, yeah.
And he
we
was
do
like,
do that.
that is just like what happened at flight test. It's like these gates are the flight test gates.
Yeah, that is funny.
So yeah, Mr. Chaz, we were just like in Velocidrone, and he had joined with no prior knowledge to what we were up to. And we just asked him, do you want to race? And we said nothing else. And he was like, I think he got to the Basher section, set his craft down, and went, what is this? It's hilarious, but what is this?
Yeah, totally.
17.41.
Sounds almost like a escape room or an obstacle
Yes,
course style
exactly.
video game.
Yeah, it was like kind of like Wipeout or Takeshi's Castle. Or it's one I'm not sure I'd want to do so much in real life because
Sure.
there'd be physical damage on the roofs, but on the simulator it's fun.
Yeah, I love it. It's gamifying too.
Yes. So yeah, when you're getting feature requests for Tiny Whoop Go, man, animated gates or animated, being able to set animation path of objects would be fun. Update.
That'd be fun. That'd be so fun. Well, all four teams now in the 300 club.
Lawler's lap 309, 16.93. Senders lap 324, 25.04. Senders lap 325, 6.84. Deadfin lap
Are you watching this on a postage stamp scooter?
23.72.
Why is that?
Well, he's basically saying the picture is like 1 centimeter,
Someone clicking in on us, R8.
which is about a fingertip.
Deadfin, I'm guessing.
Somebody picked up the
I'm
quad
calling a
pointed on R8.
technical. We're calling a technical. Do not finish your lap. Do not finish your
Technical.
lap.
Oh, a
We're
track
just gonna
element
delete
went
that
down?
one for
Oh,
Ohm.
yeah, I don't know.
We're going to delete one for Ohm. We have a technical wreck. You are stomping on R1. When you plugged in, we see your entire OSD clear as day. Or on R8, excuse me. So may want to check that. Whoop, we got wreck OSD popping up clear as day, stomping R8. They could not fly at all.
Let's go back and see that.
Okay, is there, which one's R8?
Race stopped.
I can't read the R's, they're too small on our screen. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, so he was, yeah. So they were stomping Team Ohm?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're stomping Team Ohm. So Team Sender's stopping Team Ohm.
Hoping it's not a drifting VTX, because that's really
Or,
hard to troubleshoot.
no, Wreck stomping both?
Both.
I don't know. It would help me if I could see clean video on Wreck for that to happen. They just unplugged.
I wonder if he got just
All right,
had
let's
that
give you
whoop on the
guys
wonder
30
channel or something.
seconds till launch. 30
Sorry?
seconds
Wonder if he
until
had a whoop,
launch.
he forgot to change the channel on and had to switch to it.
I wouldn't think so.
Because yeah, that definitely seemed like he was on the wrong channel because his channel had nothing, but the Ohm's channel had it.
15. 10.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 3. Deadfin lap 304, 139.04.
325 for your leaders, Team Senders. 320 for second place, Team Ohm. 311 for the tiny face, Maulers. And Deadfin with 304. We're just about 2 hours in to the weBLEED 500.
50 looking really good here, trying to erase the deficit of Team Ohm to catch up the Senders on Czar.
Senders lap 326, 28.35.
Look how tight he's getting too.
15.3.
Oh, a little too tight there. But this is the rocky boat section.
lap 314, 15.55.
Oh,
Senders
looks like
lap
slight midair.
327,
Oh, and he has to reset the gyro after the midair.
16.57.
Yep.
Dead fin lap 307, 15.96.
Nice
Senders
job
lap
getting up quick there, dead fin.
11.8.
Back, of course.
Mahler's lap 315, 16.33.
Most of the pilots have their names somewhere on the OSD. It's just some pilots have it harder to find others. Like Jay right now has
Yeah,
his
you can see
OSD
him up
name
there.
right underneath the team name. So you got to kind of look through it to see it.
Do you see what I mean? How watching Jay fly, it feels like he's not changing throttle very much, just riding on the edge of a really high throttle.
Me and Jay fly like the same way.
Really?
Yeah. No, we were in qualifying, I think we were 0.4 off of each other. And he got me by, I don't know by how much our first heat. It was not very much though. But yeah, I don't know. We kind of both do kind of, it's like, I'd say it's like kind of a throw and catch. So you push up, you throw, you get into position of your next one, then you throttle up into the next element.
I see him just riding high on the throttle. To me, watching him fly is different than watching other people fly because he just feels like he's riding high on the throttle like more consistently. I'm not saying it because he's not faster than everybody. He's obviously very fast.
But yeah, I'd say like his style's different. Like if you watch Leviticus now, Leviticus flies very snappy. Like Leviticus gets to an element and like tries to snap through it.
14.4.
Whereas, yeah, I'd say like Jay has a similar style to me where he'll kind of throw himself into an element and then throttle through out to line up to the next one.
Yeah.
But if you do it correctly, it looks very smooth. And you conserve a lot of momentum.
Dead fin lap 312, 30.34. Mahler's lap 300.
But yeah, I'd say like, oh nice. I didn't see Dio's OSD messages, but I like to Here We Go Again for Armed.
I know, I love that.
Let's go, yeah.
On lap 327.
But yeah, I'd say like even like a style like Dio here, just like yeah, he's not going full throttle, but he's just staying tight and smooth for the elements. Oh, a little too tight on that one.
Here we go with Blue Jay.
Oh, Blue Jay's coming up.
328.
Oh, we don't have an outside cam on the stream right now to show Blue Jay, because Blue Jay is like one of the few that you can very clearly tell on the course when he's up.
We actually do have an outside cam right here.
Oh, we have to touch it? Oh, I see. Okay, so if you have the, there we go, get the Greenhorn LOS cam going when Blue Jay's up. You can see it because he puts LEDs at the tip of his ducts, which makes it look like the craft is like 10 millimeters wider than it actually is. And it kind of, it's, I don't know, when you go to pass him, you pass him much wider than you would otherwise because it just looks like he's flying a bigger whoop.
If you guys are wondering where we're seeing this, it's pinned in the YouTube chat, an extra link that shows the course. Thanks again, Perspective Image, for setting this up. Shows the course line of sight, and you can see right now, every time you see Blue Jay get up to fly, it's really easy to follow his quad because he's got 3 out of his 4 LEDs still lit, 2 ice blue colored LEDs and 1 very white LED.
I didn't notice one was out.
Missing 1 front light, but it's really cool to get to follow his flight with all those lights on. It's easier to see. You can kind of follow him all the way around the room.
It is funny too, like, because I'd say like both Rec and Blue Jay have like very nice LED setups on their whoop, but it's kind of funny how it makes them look so different in the goggles when you're chasing them.
Yeah.
Because like Rec just looks like a blue circle, whereas Blue Jay looks like a bigger whoop.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know which way it would be more advantageous for racing.
I think that it's kind of nice when people don't use intentionally blinding lights.
Yeah.
And I also think that having lights on your extremities makes sense for any vehicle. So I really love Blue Jay's style. I mean, obviously, I really love Rec's aircraft.
Oh, who's spinning around? Oh, Icy's doing some breakdancing.
Dead fin about to call a shot. There it is.
Caution.
Wild Type having a great time.
Bring it in.
Yeah. Well, his style for, I was going to agree with Fresh Bread. His style for these, where you just get as many laps in 2 minutes, because like, I find with this style of race, you don't want to pit less because when you switch pilots, I think that's what eats your time. So having a pilot like Dio who can just put lap after lap is really good for your team. Oh, Platinum.
Yeah, let me tell you guys about our Platinum sponsors this year at Whooptopia 2023. It's the 5th anniversary edition. Special thank you to weBLEED FPV, Tiny Whoop, Newbie Drone, Major League Drone Racing, and Perspective Image, the channel you're watching this on right now. Click subscribe at the Perspective Image channel. We've had a lot of subs during this 3-day Whooptopia
30
marathon.
seconds until launch.
But you should definitely subscribe here and hit the bell. This is the place for a lot of the hottest Tiny Whoop racing that has ever existed, including, obviously, Whooptopia. Last Whooptopia was here.
15.
Is this?
Oh.
I'm hearing sounds.
10.
Oh, it's that.
Oh, it's me.
Arm your
I'll turn that
quads.
off.
Starting on the tone in less
I
than
mean, yeah,
3,
just mute it.
That's kind of funny that everything's... Oh, I guess because the whoops landed. It was being drowned out by the whoop noise.
Centers lap
Totally.
That's why we heard it now.
There goes Rue.
76.77. Ohm lap 336. 70.31.
So Team Senders
Who's
having
leading
a
on
good
Blue Jay right
time.
now?
10 lap lead for Team Senders right now.
347. 18.72.
Uh-oh.
Mahler's lap
Okay.
331.
I hope Rue's video is better for her than it is for us.
It is.
Deadfin lap 320. 24.1. Ohm lap 337.
Redfin flying on
33.87.
Deadfin.
Senders lap 348.
Whoever's flying on Team Ohm really needs to put their pilot name on the OSD.
Deadfin lap 321.
Oh, I guess Mr. Chaz does put his thing. Yeah.
23.22.
Oh, I guess we still haven't figured out who
Senders
Burr
lap
is.
349. 13.92. Mahler's lap
I don't know. I would say for
343,
LEDs though, for the future events, I wouldn't be
19.15.
opposed to the spec having like a.
Senders lap
You have to have a colored LED
350,
that correlates to what channel you're on,
13.34.
Yeah.
and an addressable one so that we can watch from the outside from a lot easier to see who's who.
Would be nice.
23.18. Ohm lap 338. 36.27. Senders lap 351. 13.73. Deadfin lap 323. 10.63. Senders lap 352. 13.91. Deadfin lap 324. 15.42.
Mr. Chow's flying so nice right now on the upper left.
Mahler's
First
lap
place Team Senders.
335, 27.72. Senders lap 353, 15.45. Ohm lap 339.
Got a huge lead that they just keep
40.11.
extending right now.
Senders lap 354, 11.45. Mahler's lap 336.
Yeah, it's like a 15 lap lead right now.
Almost.
Ohm lap 340.
Although face maulers are starting to.
21.83.
They're only within 4 of Ohm
Deadfin
right
lap
now too.
326, 25.59. Senders lap 355, 21.95. Mahler's lap 337.
Team Senders with the double
20.77.
turtle.
Deadfin lap
Ooh,
327.
something's wrong.
Hard hit on rec.
15.78.
There we go. Man,
Ohm
that
lap
was scary.
341, 25.46.
Deadfin with the big collision up top. Wow, also got up nice and easy. And one more
Ohm
collision,
lap
still in the air.
342, 8.86. Senders lap 356, 29.61. Deadfin lap 328, 26.61. Senders lap 357, 15.2.
Viper, yeah. I was surprised how much Viper looked, how much better Viper looked flying this year compared to last
Mahler's
Whooptopia.
lap 339,
He
flies great, incredible.
Yeah, well, last Whooptopia he was like, I don't know if he was having issues or what, but he was like flying top of pro class.
14.5.
But this time, there's no
Senders
mistaking
lap
he's
358,
Elite class.
way up in the lead.
20.31. Deadfin lap 330, 20.11. Ohm lap 345, 14.08. Mahler's lap
Also hit. Oh.
340,
I was going to say his corkscrews look
23.07.
just amazing.
Mahler's lap 341, 12.28. Senders lap 359, 27.14. Senders lap 360, 10.46. Ohm lap 347, 15.08. Deadfin lap
So yeah, we're looking right now at like Viper and Jay basically going head to head here.
Mahler's lap
Caution, team home. Caution, team home.
Oh,
Caution,
Team Ohm
caution.
just called caution.
Ohm lap 348.
Oh, they're trying to get Viper up a second time, maybe?
14.48.
I don't know.
Because it's like he was just landed.
Deadfin lap 333.
So yeah, well, interesting to see. We'll watch who goes up for Team Ohm next.
Mahler's lap 344.
He just landed?
17.97. Senders lap 300.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Stopped.
let me tell you about our diamond level sponsors this year. HQ Prop, DR Printing, Orca, AZ Nitrax, FYS Crafts, Happy Model, Beta FPV, and ViFly. Can't forget about the diamond level sponsors. Thank you so much for being a part of Whooptopia 2023.
Oh, Deadlock has an LED standard.
30 seconds remaining.
Well, it looks like Blue Jay's down to 3 right now.
Was that all from Collisions, Freshbread?
Well, the Whoop Wars track in that 2022 one, that
15
was
seconds remaining.
like it was a lot of tunnels from what I remember that were like kind of segmented, like, and it had a lot of wires on
10.
the course, so it was a very crashy
Arm
course.
your quads.
A lot of things to
Starting
hit on
the
it.
tone in less than 3.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Greg Radner saying, great run, Roo.
Senders lap 362.
Oh, where's Deadfin's video? Oh.
Jay back in the air.
Mahler's lap 300
For the Maulers.
Okay, that was just the event.
77.64.
So yeah, oh, see, so Viper's up again on Team Ohm, and they're the ones that called the caution.
Senders lap
So I think they called the caution to kind of put him up again to try to close the gap with Senders, although it's still a 13-lap lead, so that's a big gap to close.
8.07.
It would also be a little bit of a weird time in the 500 laps to try to do that. Could be more effective
Yeah,
later or earlier.
Well, I think this is also a kind of a morale thing too, because if you kind of keep it close as long as possible, it kind of keeps everyone on your team pushing. Whereas if it gets away too far at the end, then that's a little too late to try to pull these things to.
Sure.
I don't know. It's like putting on a Band-Aid a little too late.
I could see that.
348, 15.44. Senders lap 366, 14.02. Deadfin lap
Wild Type flying in the top left right now. Like, the Wild Type again is, I think, another huge improvement from last year. But from what I heard, it was like, because the Wild Type was a big 5-inch pilot last year, and he basically quit flying 5-inch to just focus exclusively on whoops. And it basically, he was a very, very fast 5-inch pilot, and it looks like those skills translated right over.
Yeah, I really think that there's a huge translation between mini quad and tiny whoop. I've always argued for it beyond what most of my friends want to admit to.
Well, I think nowadays it's like, I think whoops fly better than, I like the way whoops fly better than 5-inch, just because they turn a lot faster.
Yeah,
And
it's really fun.
my favorite style of flying is like the kind of frenetic, get around the course quickly.
Yeah, that's an awesome experience.
Senders lap 370,
Senders have some issues trying to
Ohm lap
come in.
356, 18.36.
Oh wow, that is a quick pit.
352, 17.39.
Who was it?
Team Senders.
Senders lap
Like,
371.
it was basically the whoop was on the way to the table, and
They just turned on the
Kaz
other
was
one.
already on. I
Yeah.
think he has a pit switch, so it was already booted and everything, and he just launched right away, so they didn't lose any time in their pit.
13.92. Senders lap 373, 13.84. Ohm lap 358.
How many heats was there
18.88?
at Whoop Wars
Mahler's
Battleground
lap
2022 Fresh Bread?
354,
That sounds like a lot of LEDs to break if you're breaking one at heat.
Senders lap 374, 13.71.
Yeah, that is rough. That could be
Maulers lap 355,
bad harness.
17.38. Senders lap 375,
Which of course I'm good for, by the
13.12.
way.
Ohm lap 359, 25.95. Dead fin lap 343, 28.44.
Yeah, because like you look at like tiny face maulers, it's like they're going, landing in the pit, catching, plugging in, and then going.
Senders lap
And I think
376,
that's what's taking a lot of their time.
20.32.
I think that's the big key to the Team Senders' big lead.
Dead fin lap 344, 21.35. Senders
Nope.
lap 377, 15.49. Ohm lap 361, 19.15.
Caution, dead fin,
Maulers
caution,
lap
dead fin.
350,
Caution. Finish lap, you're
I gotta
on.
watch the slower
Senders
stream to
lap
see what did he hit.
378, 15.5.
Oh, it just looked like a battery just came disconnected
Ohm
midair.
lap
Anyone do the start, finish, and he's off on the caution.
21.6.
Who did?
It was dead fin. Because it looked like he was just flying in the air and then
So
slacked.
tons of
Oh,
motor
and there
noise.
was a ladder connection.
I think a VTX burned out. Because
No, he hit the ladder right there.
Senders lap
I know.
379.
Caution begins now.
do you see some problems happening with this
Yeah,
before he
it's-
hits?
Yes, that does look. I don't know how much of that they see and how much of that is just on our end, though.
Not seeing that normally. That seems like unique stuff, but
I didn't see who that was flying. Hope their build's okay. This has been a really rough
yeah, I think we're
Whooptopia on
gonna.
builds.
I think I'm gonna get some orders after this 500.
Yeah.
30 seconds remaining.
I mean, I think for me, it's been all-in-ones. I think everything else has been holding up good, but the all-in-ones have just been struggling.
Yeah, it's such a tricky piece of equipment.
Yeah, well, it's really hard to fit that much stuff on a board that small that
15.
we're pushing this hard.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not made for people that push it as hard as we do.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 3.
So
Blue Jay's still stoked, ladies and gentlemen.
Dead fin lap
It's lap 381, and Blue Jay is stoked about that.
yeah, Blue Jay's up right now.
Senders lap 380, 72.27. Ohm lap 364, 13.61. Dead fin lap 346.
I don't know if you saw the picture that
16.51.
Rabble just posted.
I did,
Senders
yeah.
lap 381,
He found him.
Found you guys.
22.27. Ohm lap 365.
Wonder what percentage of Whoop House will be left there
17.72.
tonight.
I think it's going to be much the quietest night at the Whoop House tonight.
You know, I don't think I'm going to mind
Senders
too
lap
much.
382.
I'm still going to have a great time,
16.92.
but
Maulers
probably
lap
get more packs in tonight.
362.
I don't know. It's a blast. When there's an
23.54.
FPV party and the whole house is bouncing and you can just fly through crowds of people, like an awesome party to fly through is a rare treat. That's the best reason to do a Whoop House.
Well, and it's like it's a party of all people that fly.
Caution,
Another
caution.
caution for Deadfin.
163.
That seems like a lot of cautions
Thank
for
you
Team
all.
Deadfin. Are they losing laps for this?
19.9.
Look, and then oh, he's missing a prop.
Oh, is that what it is?
Something did come off.
Ohm lap 368, 15.75.
Oh, this runaway Bad RX.
Caution starts now.
Race stopped.
That means a prop that spun off or something.
I've always turned runaway protection off on Whoops because I find it goes off way too early on Whoops. And I think a runaway whoop is not as much of a danger to anyone.
I know. You ever had a runaway mini quad?
I have not, luckily enough.
I have a good friend that had a runaway right in the middle of town.
Oh, we had
Yeah,
a
one.
local
Go
that
ahead.
wanted to build one to
30
chase
seconds
motorbikes.
Yeah?
And he built a 7-inch, and he armed it in his basement, and it ran away. And he has a 7-inch hole in his ceiling.
I bet he does. There's Lev getting a little snack.
15.
Nice.
Oh, he's dancing. That's what everybody wanted.
I think I talked to Lev's dad earlier, and it sounded
10.
like they were getting some Five Guys to feed him between
Nice.
heats.
Arm your quads.
All right, he's
Starting
losing the
on
groove a little
tone in
bit
less
now.
than 3.
Thanks for checking back, though, Greg. 383.
Fin lap
We're 2 hours,
348,
9 minutes,
108.54.
57 seconds deep in the
Centers lap
weBLEED 500.
383, 110.77.
Well, I think Blue Jay, your team has only, what is it, Jay has a pit switch? But on Team Sanders, it looks like Wild Type and Chaz both have at least. If not, I don't know who Burr is, but whoever Burr is might have one as well. So I think they're probably the best equipped for this team race.
Lap 365,
But that doesn't mean you can't catch him, Blue Jay.
Ohm lap 371.
I know you can do what
14.12.
we had that
Sanders
Dukes
lap
race on Thursday, and
384,
KBD went to me and said,
35.95.
you know, you can catch AK, you just got to fly faster.
Ohm lap 372,
Or have you tried flying faster?
15.03.
Nice.
So I'll
Deadspin lap
ask you the same thing, Blue Jay. Have you tried flying faster?
19.83.
Wreck flying
Lap
for Team Deadfin right now.
15.88. Lawler's lap 366.
Man, that's awesome.
33.48. Senders lap 385. 28.88.
So I'm gonna watch Czar here because like he's coming close to his third lap, and I want to see if his
Lap
video turns off before he gets to the
374,
pits.
18.45.
All right.
See if he has a pit switch as well. Oh,
Has
he's
a wreck.
oh no!
Ooh.
Don't get tangled and need a caution.
Lawler's lap 367. 30.14.
Oh no!
Ohm lap 375.
Chill for a second, Czar.
I guess we
14.65.
announced a curse Czar,
Dead
even
fin
though he
lap
can't hear us.
353,
Okay, so let's see. He's coming in now. When does his video turn
Senders
off?
lap 386,
So it looks like Czar does not have a pit switch, but I can see that. So that'd be Wild Type following Czar. Just turned off his pit switch to be off.
Lawler's lap
That's still a pretty quick pit,
368,
even with just one person
25.01.
having a pit switch there.
Senders lap 387,
For those who are unfamiliar, a pit switch lets you
13.17.
turn your quad on without your video, and then you can flick a switch and just have your video back.
19.85.
On races that are less organized than the Arizona races here, they're great to have because you can put your quad on the line, flip your pit switch to off, so your VTX doesn't heat up well the 2 minutes it takes them to actually do the start tones.
Ohm lap
And it's also
378,
amazing in team races because you can turn your video off.
Yeah.
Senders lap
and, not
389.
stop.
I think it's really nice anywhere it's possible. And Tiny Whoop, it's like still a sort of new feature, and there's ways to do it that add weight, and that's not worth it to a lot of people.
I don't think any of them
Not to
add weight
mention-
now.
Not to mention,
371, 18.18.
there's a
Senders lap
very,
391,
very specific use case that affects that where you need it, and that kind of affects a relatively small percentage of Tiny Whoop flights.
Senders lap 392,
And it always happens when we're at events like this, when we're in groups. That's when a switch turns out to be really handy.
Well, I think the three of my favorite Tiny Whoop VTXs all support the pit switch, like Happy Model OVX, the Foxer Reaper Nano, and the TBS Pro 32. All have all support pit switches.
Lawler's lap 373, 17.14.
And I don't know this year. That was one thing I made. One change I made from last year to this year is I switched from a Whoop with an internal VTX to one with an external VTX. And I can tell you, for big events like this, that change is well worth it.
Switch to an external?
Yes, switching to an external.
I've always preferred external.
They just have so much clearer video.
Caution, caution, caution. Finish lap, you're currently on.
Lev got stuck. What did Lev get stuck on? So apparently after this, Lev has challenged me to a race-off, and I agreed to it before he made the finals, and I don't know how I feel about him having several more hours of practice on this track
Caution
before me.
starts now.
Race stopped.
Here on this track today, a race off?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you about our gold sponsors, Whooptopia this year. Fractal Engineering, HQ, nope, Fractal Engineering, iGow, Speedy Pizza Drones, Foxier, GemFan, Drone Zone New Jersey, Rosie Rippers, Birds Aren't Real, and Wreck Drones. Special thanks to our gold sponsors, 2023 Whooptopia, 5th Anniversary Edition.
Ohm has 4 left. Maulers have
Oh, we're getting.
Deadfin has 7 left. Senders
Oh,
has 5
Deadfin
left.
does have a lot of.
Okay, let's listen to the whole thing first.
We are at lap not 397 at 500, so we're close.
We're almost down to the
15
final 100
seconds.
laps.
Almost down. And that's when
10
things are going to really
seconds.
slow down. We'll get a few more cautions than normal.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 3. Senders lap 397. 71.61.
There's one downside, though, I can notice the Deadfin with. This is specifically for us. If you have an HD0 event VRX and a pit switch, the event VRX takes a while to figure out if it should be displaying an HD0 feed or an analog feed. So we missed the launch of Deadfin because of that.
Deadfin lap
Interesting. Yeah, I could see that being a thing.
19.25. Lawler's lap 375.
Those event VRXs are so nice to, only
Yeah,
have like
I really want one.
All right,
One
there it is.
box
We
to
are
do
on
it
to lap
for
400.
14.07.
100 laps remaining. What are the gaps right now?
Oh my God.
19.
Team Senders in the 400 club. I can barely believe it.
22.2.
Yeah, and then almost 19 gates behind them. And Face Maulers is 24 laps behind the Sender. So that's a huge lead.
Deadfin lap 364.
Greenhorn, what's your favorite of the sponsors that we just listed off?
Senders lap 401.
Yeah, tell us your favorite sponsor, guys. I've been rattling them off to you for 3 days now. You probably have them as memorized as I do. Cool to show some appreciation, though, Greenhorn. To be honest, the guys working hardest on these events
Senders lap 402.
are the 5 original Whooptopia bros
Lawler's lap
that
378.
came up with the idea in the first place and do many, many, many months of work and preparation.
43.63.
Not least of all, AK himself, Anthony Knight.
14.3.
I can't believe how much work he did, even just working with me, getting ready for me being a part of live stream and having the commercials in, and he's organizing communication with pilots and working really hard to make this event go smooth. Just,
I think Greenhorn's kind of biased with his answer there. He's picked a good one. Taking one of those
he
diamond
loves
sponsors.
Tiny Whoop, he loves Perspective Image.
I really love Perspective Image. I was so sad when they weren't at I.O. last year.
Me too.
Because every stream Greg puts on is amazing.
You just can't always get Perspective Image, but when you can.
I heard AK was talking about him last night, and I'm hearing he's getting quite expensive. 'Cause he's starting to get noticed by places like ESPN.
Well, he's got the quality to match the value, that's
Absolutely.
for sure.
Senders lap 407, 13.59. Lawler's lap 381, 28.13. Ohm lap 387, 23.28.
Mike is here, Philiblasta, and yes, he is so good.
He just took off.
Oh, he just took off.
Yep, we had to let him go.
Yeah.
Ohm lap 388.
He's been dismissed from Whooptopia.
Lawler's lap
But yeah, I can't wait to see him again too, because like at I.O., he like the Gem Fan Games was, I think, one of the funner parts of I.O.
That's funny. I'm glad you liked it.
Deadfin lap 370.
Caution, caution, caution.
Oh, is this Viper trying to get his cautions to double up again? It looks like.
15.62.
We'll see.
Senders
It's
lap
fighting a losing battle right now.
Yeah,
389 to 410.
I think you gotta make use of what advantages you can if you have, like, because if you have the cautions, this is the time to use them. There's only 100 laps left.
I'd be waiting just a little bit, but
Little
I don't
bit
blame
more.
him for trying to edge his way up.
Caution starts now.
Stopped.
Team Deadfin. Dio GTS standing there. Here we go over at the, I always want to say the Manglers.
Yeah, well, it's Team Face Manglers, yeah.
No, not
Or is
Manglers.
it not Manglers? Maulers.
Maulers.
Right.
411
Oh,
laps so
Wes
far.
is
We are
getting down.
down to it.
What up,
30
Wes?
seconds remaining.
Is he still listening? It's funny.
He
I
hasn't
think some of
commented
these
for a
guys
while.
have been here for so. See, look, he's feeling the groove. I think it just kind of happens after a while. You got to keep that body moving.
15 seconds.
Why not keep it grooving? That's Wes's philosophy on life.
10.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 3.
I'm just going to bring out Viper one more time.
Senders lap 411, 83.89. Ohm lap 390, 94.36.
Viper having a rough lap though.
Mahler's lap 385.
Chaw's looking really clean too to extend that lead.
15.06.
Wow.
Oh, little double back.
Team
on.
Tiny Face Maulers is just so close with Ohm right now.
Ohm
Oh
lap
my gosh, really close to contact. Oh my gosh, they keep getting in each other's face.
414,
Finally, Ohm pulls away.
18.27.
Yeah, I don't know how clear it is, but that middle section is all really close together. There is not a lot of room. And you double back over it, and it's like, especially when someone goes over top of you, they just rob you of all that clean air.
14.1.
Yep.
Senders lap 414, 17.58. Ohm lap 393.
Mr. Chaw's looking really clean. Oh,
14.53.
until I say that, and then he crashes. I wonder if I need to say that a lot more times to even out this race.
20.51.
Even it out, dude.
Lap 388, 19.24. Senders lap 415.
You know, these pilots are kind of my heroes at this point. Look how intense they've got to be. Look how fast they got to fly, how hard they got to work
416.
for 417 laps.
Ohm lap 390.
But like, yeah, look at
Wow.
Chaw's right now. Like, he's getting really, like, on the corkscrews. He's getting so close to the tops of the gate. He's not losing much elevation, and I mentioned that now he goes pit, so we can
Nice
watch it.
Maulers.
13.8.
They got it turned on at the right time frame. Can they get back up quick?
11.8.
Oh, and now, I don't
Deadfin
know,
lap
the mystery pilot who's
376,
Burr.
15.11.
We haven't figured out who it is yet.
Senders lap 418, 11.68. Ohm lap 397, 17.41. Deadfin lap 377, 20.
Look at the yellow lights on the course right now.
Senders lap 419, 22.48.
Pro Dangles being pro, evening it out. If you guys don't know Pro Dangles, he runs sim races on Wednesdays, and the commentary on it can get ridiculous at times. He is very pro, mentioning the first person, whoever's in first place, and putting the focus on them, getting them to crash.
Senders lap 420, 24.06. Deadfin lap 379.
Wow. I love that greenhorn line of sight
Ohm lap
live stream, you guys.
339,
Only 3 of us got that open on a tab right now.
Mahler's lap
You can see it in the pinned comments here on the Perspective Image YouTube channel. Open that one in a new tab. I love it.
17.57.
See, this has to be someone that's been doing this for a while, because who else would put my name as Jeff as the low battery? Are you sure it's not laughing?
Lap 400, 19.13.
Yes.
Yes?
Let's not talk about it.
422, 17.77.
Well, it's whoever is not Czar.
I'm serious. I'll be right back.
Okay. You'll find this out for sure.
Ohm lap 401, 19.59. Senders lap 423, 13.46. Mahler's lap 396, 22.54. Deadfin lap 382, 21.78. Ohm lap 402, 17.94.
Face Maulers getting their pit in. Team Ohm just crossed their 400 lap mark. Now 20 gates or 20 laps behind Team Senders. So we were talking about a race in terms of laps instead of gates.
What do you mean?
Well, most times you're like, this so-and-so is this many gates behind someone else, but this time it's laps.
That's right.
And I was like, I'm just not used to saying it that way. I keep accidentally saying gates,
I know what you mean.
but it's a lot of gates.
20.59.
Yeah.
Did we ever count?
Someone should calculate how many gates were flown through at Whooptopia this year. Who out there in the chat wants to do that?
26.9.
You weren't whining, Greenhorn. I love that you wanted that because it was such a good idea. Can you guys see that? All right, 5 of us over here now watching. It's a straight up extra live stream. The perspective image setup of, it's called the Greenhorn LOS cam. It's got a link to the mainstream, but open it in a new tab.
And I hope.
Okay,
Nice.
Greg's telling me, you guys can't hear, but Greg's telling me this is now the official name of the line of sight cam, the Greenhorn LOS cam.
I think my only request for it, Greg, is for future races, can we get it a little higher?
It looks beautiful.
Okay.
Nice. It looks so good both days. Tons of unique builds out here this year, Pro Dangles. Pretty much everybody here is a custom aircraft innovator, you know, so there's a ton of discussion that happens at Whoop House. That's a lot of what's going on is people talking about what they chose to do for their Whooptopia builds.
Yeah, T-Dog's USB-less builds were interesting to me.
Yeah, really cool.
It's like, I guess it's the one, when you get that extreme for shaving weight, then yeah, and I guess the new versions of Express LRS, you can do all the configuration over Wi-Fi. So what do you use the USB for after first setup, anyways?
Exactly. Yeah, it's like by far a very heavy, unnecessary part of the board.
But Aiden, we count it as if it's a gate.
Yeah, let's count a pylon as a gate if you go around it.
And I don't know, the one thing is, it's like I'm used to this in simulator terms, but like does the tunnel count as 2 gates? An entrance and an entry gate, or is it one long gate?
I consider that one gate.
It's one gate.
Lap 430, 14.53. Ohm lap 410, 17.
So I was saying it all day, but it turns out I was right. The missing pilot we were wondering about is Lazy Day.
Oh, it is Lazy Day. Oh, I gotta say hi to him after this. I didn't realize Lazy Day was on the board for the draft.
Senders lap 431.
But then now that makes sense that he would have that, again, the CAC mod custom Betaflight firmware, because Lazy Day is very active in those scenes.
Makes sense.
14.54.
Just looking up at the leaderboard right now, Team Senders already on their 432nd lap. How did that happen so fast? 412 for second place Team Ohm, 406 for the Tiny Face Maulers, and Team Deadfin, 393, just getting set to join the 400 club. So gapping just a little bit out now. Wow, that was beautiful. Flight by Viper.
Ohm lap 414, 14.94.
Wow. Beautiful pit by Team Ohm. Let's see how fast they get back up. Nice, man.
14.83.
Professionals.
Ohm lap 415, 11.91.
Wild type though.
Lawler's lap 408,
He's looking very tight.
23.4.
Like look at, I like the way. Oh, watch the next ladder. He does like how he hits it, and he's like basically facing downwards when he's already in it, and then he just like curls. So it just looks like one nice movement. Yeah, it's coming up right here.
Beautiful. I do love that.
Senders lap 436, 18.84.
Oh, is his battery going down? Yeah, okay, yeah, he's at 3.4 now.
21.89.
So it looks like he slowed down a bit for this lap, but I think his motor's output is a little lower.
Senders lap 437.
Oh, I thought Deadpin crossed near us. I thought they were going to be stuck for a sec.
Oh, I guess I see the name now. It's Team Deadlock Pilots in Redfin.
That's right.
Yeah. 418, 20.96. Deadfin lap 397.
Senders, caution. Oh, they're going to get wild type up again. They're doing the strategy the Viper was doing earlier to extend their lead now.
Oops.
They're having a great time, man. Fist bumps and high fives happening all day long with Team Senders.
Well, right now, yeah, what are they up now? 20 gates? Or 20 laps? I did it again. I called laps gates.
Nice. 20 laps of Team Ohm. Still extending their lead, but that's not going to stop Team Ohm from doing some more strategic cautions.
Well, Senders that did this caution.
Oh, Senders.
Yeah. So Senders is going to try to get wild type back up again.
All right, well, there you go. Why not double down?
.30 seconds remaining. $15 seconds. 10.
Oh no! Oh no! He's on his phone now. He's not dancing to the music this time.
Starting on the tone in less than 3.
Sending messages to the fam.
Okay, so they got wild type back up again.
60 laps left, you guys.
Ohm lap 420.
For our leaders,
Wild
Team
type.
Senders. Flying wild type right now.
Oh, and Rec kind of almost made it under the booth here.
441, 15.32. Ohm lap 421, 18.39. Dead fin lap 400, 23.67.
Oh, wild type hits the gate this time, trying to do his nice ladder move.
Senders lap 442, 21.54. Lawler's lap 416, 25.16.
That's the other thing I think, I know you don't like this argument, but I'm seeing in the top left, it looks like all 4 of them are flying acro.
I think so.
They're all like, on this track, you get a couple, the 2 parts I think you get a big advantage flying acro over angle here is you can go upside down over the corkscrew and then the split S right after the corkscrew.
Yeah.
And that cuts down a lot of the distance. Not having
Midair there for Team Ohm and Team Senders. Yeah, and there was even more elements on yesterday's course that.
Oh
did
yeah,
with
that
acro.
chicane in acro was so nice.
Yep.
I was watching the angle pilots do it with like a weird jump, or like they make like an S shape where for me I kind of just elevate a bit and flop over.
Elevate and flop.
Senders lap 445, 14.9. Lawler's lap 419, 18.84. Dead fin lap 404, 28.00.
It looks like almost everyone is on the ground. Very Smaller's still up.
Caution,
Here comes
caution.
caution from Axion. Looks like he's stuck under the tunnel.
Classic. We've seen people get out of there.
That was
not
all-
Really hard.
Senders lap 447,
It must really be wedged.
15.46.
I can't really see how this is happening.
Lawler's lap
Oh, I guess the outside view is a little easier to see it.
22.18. Dead fin lap 406.
Well, is there looks like there's
23.12.
cords there
Race
too.
stopped.
I wonder if
There are some chords.
wonder if that's one of the, he has a cord over a prop.
That caution is called by Ohm, right? Confirmed.
Confirmed. What is it about walkie-talkies that make you say things like affirmative?
I hope that I wonder if that is that a new goggle
30
feature to have a
seconds.
mister so you don't have to blink.
Nice.
I don't know. Running water through goggles is a good idea though. Pro Dangle saying T-Dog scrapes all the printed labels off the boards to shave weight. I don't know how much
10.
weight that would shave.
We could have found out this weekend with the milligram scale.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see where you had it. Or
I
did
didn't get it out.
Oh, I didn't get it out.
Yeah.
I mean, I did not do anything to shave weight. I tried to keep everything because my big thing when I was practicing was I was breaking stuff, so I tried to make my stuff as durable as possible.
There you go. Sometimes that's the value.
71.86.
Viper is cruising right now. I think they decided they want that dub.
14.82.
They still have to, well, the
Still.
gap is now, what is, trying hard to do math on the fly. That's seven, well, I guess it's 17 lap difference.
25.69. Ohm lap 427, 15.26.
I mean, he's putting in 15.26, 14.82. Let's bring in one more here.
Oh, Mr. Chaw's having some collisions.
15.15, and then you look at Team Senders. Okay, they got a 14, but then a 21, 15. Yeah, no, they're just going just as fast. It's going to be hard for Ohm to catch Senders.
Yeah, they have Chaw's up right now, and I'd say
451. That means we're 9/10 of the way there.
Chaw's has another hit. Yeah, we were talking about people pilots flying styles earlier. Yeah, you said Jay was high on the throttle. Look at Chaw's right now. Chaw's is really high on the throttle. He's like, I think he's almost overshooting some of the gates. He's pushing the throttle so high.
Nice.
And when he hits them, you can hear the knock from over here.
But what I mean about Jay is it seems like he flies in a way that he doesn't have to make big changes to his throttle.
He's very lines up his lines really good.
That's sort of what I'm saying, but more so that he adjusts his line so that he can maintain the same high throttle, where if he were to adjust his throttle with more snap movements like the average pilot, he might be able to take a turn sharper. But instead, he's just always got the rocket boosters on, pointed straight out of his back. And I like the way it feels. I just would like to know how he got into that train of thought.
Well, I think it comes down to it's momentum conservation, right? Because the big thing, you lose a lot of time when you spend a lot of time getting your whoop up to speed. Because these have little motors. And when you can keep as much momentum as possible, that's time you're not spending re-accelerating.
12.73. On lap 433, 18.62.
Yeah, it almost feels like, imagine if you had
25.16.
A quad that washes out sometimes.
Yeah.
Whenever it pushes too much air, it washes out. You know what I mean? You go really fast one way, you do 180, put the throttle on max, and it washes out.
Yeah.
Now imagine if you had the ability to turn that value up and down. You can make it only wash out at really high G pulls. You can make it wash out whenever you just barely pull any Gs. You know what I mean? You could make it just like an old tiny whoop that has brushed motors, and the whole name of the game is riding right on the edge of pulling too many Gs to wash out. Right on the edge of washing out. Jay flies like he's riding on the edge of washing out when he doesn't need to. He adjusts his flight pattern to give the best race line based on a static throttle. At least that's what it feels like. I know that's not what it actually is, and he's going to have a better way to explain it, because his flying, out of all the pilots here, it just feels different. Orange seems to know what I'm talking about.
Okay, they doubled back and got it. Looked like Blue Jay went through the wrong part of the ladder, but he turned around and fixed that.
Yeah. Blue Jay always doubles back.
Okay, so this is good. That's Lazy Days with the My Name is Jeff. That makes sense that it's Lazy Day, because Lazy Day's been doing whooping forever.
459. It's all happening so fast right now, ladies and gentlemen. Just a second ago, we were at 450.
Dead fin lap 418, 14.57. Senders lap 460.
Lazy Day, just
FPV Skittles in the chat saying, good call, EDOC, durability overweight.
20.95.
well, it's like my whoops are still light. They're just not T-Dog light or AK light.
I know what you mean.
Senders caution.
Caution, caution, caution.
Lap 419, 26.29. Senders lap 461.
Let's see if that was a
24.59.
Dead fin's good, dead fin's good.
Missed your last comment, Phil. That's funny.
Nice.
What was that, EDOC?
Oh, the caution. It looks like Senders called the caution.
26.93.
I was trying to tell if it was because they needed to or if it was a strategic caution.
Strat Kosh?
So we'll see if Czar goes up, it was they needed it.
Dead fin
If
lap
wild type goes up, I
420,
think it's strategic.
28.97.
All right.
Caution starts.
Let's have a
Now?
look at wild type. There he is in the gray. Bumping more fists.
Well, Czar's in the chair, looking like he's ready to fly. So that looks like
We're
they
at
needed it.
462 laps.
I wish it was a Kosh
38
strat.
to
Strat
go.
Kosh, I mean.
All right, my math right on that? It's been a long week.
I would agree with that. Get some. Not all of us are as sponsored as some of these high pilots that
30
can
seconds
afford
left of
to
the
shave all these things off their boards and replace them after like 10 or 15 flights.
Says the guy wearing the jersey. We know you're sponsored.
Not as sponsored though.
As sponsored. You're sponsored. It's not like there's. It's yes or
15
no.
seconds.
You are sponsored.
Is that public yet?
What
10.
public? You're wearing a weBLEED jersey. We know you're
Arm
sponsored by
your
weBLEED.
quads. Starting on the tone in less than 3.
To be fair, get some. I think if you gave T-Dog my whoop, he would still win Whooptopia.
Yeah, probably.
Caution, caution, caution.
Oh, the caution.
does another
Oh, their
caution.
video went great again.
They might have actually needed it.
Yeah, no, that looks very much like they needed it. Because the pit switch does not make your OSD stay. Well, the camera goes. I don't think you can purposely do that.
I don't either.
Lap 436, 21.34.
Oh, that caution's going to be good for the senders, though, because they just got Czar down to.
All right, a caution
Now they
start
get
now.
wild type up.
Stopped.
Going to be good for most teams. Most cautions give a benefit to almost all of the teams. Because they always have the ability to make a choice at that point. You know, rerun the pilot that's there or switch to the pilot that's next. That's an improvement to their situation usually. Or at least it can be.
Yeah. Well, with them, though, they had Czar up, who was the slower pilot, and then that means wild type's up next. So they got a free, basically, teleportation of 2 laps from Czar to get wild type back up again.
Get some sponsored himself. Look it up. Just look it up. All I'm saying is Google it, okay?
Philip Astor, I'm going to say that why not both?
15 seconds remaining.
Most people who aren't flying smooth
10.
can slow down and fly smoother. I think that's what he means.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 3.
Okay, you guys, listen.
Dead-fin lap
We've come so far.
423,
We're at lap
86.7.
463.
Ohm lap
You guys are with me to the end, right?
404.78.
I can almost see it. I can almost see the light.
And they've got wild type up again, so it's a good chance for them
Senders
to
lap
extend their lead
464,
even further.
15.38. Dead fin lap 424, 17.7. Ohm lap 442, 19.51. Senders lap 465, 14.98. Dead fin lap 425, 18.7. Ohm lap 443.
Props off, mind blown, 463. That's what I'm saying, brother.
466, 15.62. Mahler's lap 400.
Did you guys hear that woman speaking in an echoey, muffled tone?
Ohm lap 440.
She's been going for a long time. She's been doing that for a couple hours today.
15.28. Dead fin lap 427, 19.95. Senders lap 468, 14.7. Mahler's lap
So yeah, it doesn't even feel like I've been sitting here that long, because when I sat down when they were around lap 240,
Yeah, something like that.
I've just been commenting and
Screaming by.
it just now
30
they're
laps
almost
to go.
done.
30 laps to go.
Skittles is going to come by and take his spot back from me probably at some point.
We should call a re-race on this one, right? I wish we had some sort of re-race graphic, Greg. Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Hilarious for everyone not in the pits and not on the line.
Or, you know, do it at a time where we could probably get the pilots to believe it, is what I'm saying, Greg. So, like, something like 70, 80 laps. Just start announcing that we have to start over.
I don't know, our funny
DVR review.
yeah.
We just need to count. Yeah, we just have to count all the laps. We need 4 people willing to watch the entire thing right now, and then after that's done, we can re-race.
I don't know, our thing was when our first round of qualifying, we fell way behind right at the beginning. We had a rough time. We had discussions of, do we try to take it back, or do we just run the course backwards and decide the winners and see how many people we can mitter on the way running the course the wrong way?
21.53.
Yeah. The gauntlet is what Chris Thomas used to call that
The
move.
gauntlet.
So Senders called a caution mid-flight.
Yeah, well, they had wild type come down, so they're using up their cautions that they have remaining to try to close this out.
Sprint farther ahead. They want even more bragging rights, you guys.
Race stopped.
Either that or they want to get dinner.
25 laps to go.
Do you guys have any idea how many sponsors Whooptopia has this year? Have a look. Fractal Engineering, Speedy Pizza Drones, Foxy or GemFan, Drone Zone, New Jersey. The International Game of Whoop, Wreck Drones, Rosie Rippers, and Birds Aren't Real. That's just the gold sponsors. The diamond sponsors, ViFly, FYS Crafts, Orca,
30 seconds to go.
AZ Night Tracks, Happy Model, Beta FPV, DR Printing, and HQ Props. But thanks most of all to the platinum level sponsors, weBLEED FPV, Tiny Whoop, Newbie Drone, Major League Drone Racing, and of course, the
15
place we're all
seconds.
hanging out right now, Perspective Image, right here on the Perspective
10
Image
seconds.
YouTube channel. I'm giving them double watch time over here with my 2 streams open. Is everybody else doing that? Nope, only 4 of us watching the Line of Sight stream. Little bonus stream put together
Senders lap
by our fearless leader at Perspective Image,
70.62.
Greg.
Lawler's lap
He's got so many fans in the chat right now.
71.43. Senders lap 476, 15.44. Lawler's lap 448, 17.73. Deadfin lap 433, 23.64.
Wild type running
Senders
super
lap
fast and smooth once again.
477, 15.2.
477.
Lawler's lap 449.
26 laps
20.3.
between our first and second place leaders.
19.74.
From there, it drops back to 449. In fact, let's just go ahead and welcome the Maulers to the 450 Club. There it is. Maulers now in the 450 Club. Denfin currently on their 435th. Can you even believe we're saying these numbers?
20 laps to go. 20 laps.
14.7.
How many cautions do you think we'll see between here and the end, E-Doc?
I don't think not too many now. I don't remember how many are left.
I think
I'd probably only say 3 or 4, if even that.
if anyone out there believes a caution can make a difference, I think they're going to use it. I think it's pretty much go time for cautions in a minute.
Well, we'll see. Viper's low battery, and he's been one to call cautions to get a double up.
But you can't triple up. He already doubled up.
Did he?
Yep.
I thought they had. I can't remember who their bottom one was up when the caution was called.
Deadfin lap 400.
Now I'm questioning it too.
20.08. Senders lap 482. 15.7.
Let's see. Viper's coming in.
Lap 456. 17.71.
Philibasta trying to get a MAH count for this event. That's what I'm saying.
I can't even get the mock calibration to work on any of my boards right now.
15.54.
Brent Moore requesting a re-race.
13.45.
Oh, and that Subglider G. Hope your trip home was good.
Deadfin lap 439. 13.5. Senders lap 484.
15 laps remaining.
23.18.
It's just a 15-lap race at this point.
Senders lap 485. 9.86.
Yeah, the pit switch between Wild Type and Chaw's is just that. It's
That's
just
the
so
one,
fast.
Awesome.
Like it's like Chaw's is or Wild Type's moving in. And it feels like Chaw's is already taking off, but.
Nice. I bet he is.
Senders lap 487. 13.84.
Lucky 13 laps left.
Lap 459. 20.5. Deadfin lap 441. 24.47. Senders lap 488. 14.32. lap 460, 23.43. Senders lap 400.
Wow. Team Senders had Mr. Chouse had a really cool save and recovery from that little set down he had.
His recovery seemed to be pretty quick.
Just slipped
Like,
into the slightest little slot there.
I mean, he face plants and then. Oh,
There's a
Caution, caution. Deadfin, come on in.
9 laps remaining, you guys.
Deadfin is trying to get Redfin up to get Wreck up.
Let's see. They're trying to push up to 460 from 443.
I
don't know.
Okay, caution starts now. Go.
But look at the gap between second and third right now. Like,
I heard caution starts now, and then
Well,
Ohm
Axion's
instantly got
moving.
up and started flying. I think that's just a misunderstanding.
Race stopped.
Looks like we got Jeff behind us over there. I can see him.
that is beside us.
I can see him behind. Yeah,
I
he's
thought
sort of. Where's?
That's the other end, isn't it? Yeah. Because we're way on the other.
He's somewhere over here.
Because that's on the other side of
Who called that
Ted.
He's visible to me right now.
Yeah.
Looks like people starting to trickle
That's
in
this side of the
to
gym now.
catch the end of the 500.
Who called that caution?
Oh, what's Lab saying now?
30 seconds.
Funny, his voice carries so much. So
Who called that caution? We have to.
Deadfin.
Seconds.
It was Redfin was up, and
Yeah,
they
you're
put
right.
it
You're
to
right.
Re-
Yeah,
they
good
wanted to
call,
get Wreck up.
Deadfin.
10.
It looked like a strategic one because Redfin was not having any struggles.
I mean, there's Redfin sitting there with his goggles on too. There's Mr. Chouse, goggles down. There's Swifty, goggles down.
Ohm lap 462,
But they didn't send Swifty, they sent Viper.
Deadfin lap
492.
Okay, well, I think my booth warming
Thank
is
you so
over.
much for hanging out, Edoc.
Just want to add some color commentary.
Yeah, we'll be hanging out again tonight.
And I'll pass this back to Skulls.
Alrighty.
Deadfin lap 445.
7 laps to go.
21.78.
So did they say if they're just gonna call it at 500 and then whoever's in second's gonna get it, or are those teams gonna try to race?
They're gonna, at that point, they do a re-race for the remaining 3 to go from 0 to 500 one more time.
Oh, okay. We were joking earlier that we're like, oh, they had the draft slightly out of order, so they needed to redraft, and we'll have to rerun the 500.
I know. I was telling Greg I wanted to pull off the prank, like somewhere around 40. I think I said 70 at the time laps, but something where people could think we actually would re-race it. You know, just find
Oh,
the
sorry,
number.
we got to do the brackets again.
Yeah, we had a computer error. Some of our equipment malfunctioned. Yeah, timing system's on the fritz. You know that thing. Thanks for showing up for the last 5 laps, Dan. Let's enjoy them together. Lap 495.
Actually are just gonna stop at 500 and then whoever gets it, or they go like.
I'm
just
gonna stop
open
it at 500.
Tiny face mountain.
I'm gonna stop it at 500.
Caution
Another cosh.
home, so
4 laps to
Has
go.
anyone been trying to do any tricky type cautions? Hard to
There's
tell,
been
like,
a
in the
couple
industry.
strat cautions.
Thank you.
We call them strat cosh.
Strat cosh, like
It's so hard not to
like
say the
strat
rest.
cosh to improve your team, or to at the detriment of another team.
To improve your team.
Okay,
There
yeah.
you go.
There is no real strat
starts
cosh
now.
because as soon as you gotta pick one team to strat cosh, and to do that you pretty much have to know their pilot order,
Yep.
and
And then if you try to double caution, that would
then
really
you're
help
giving
another
everybody.
group.
Yeah, you help. Pretty much a caution helps other people.
Yeah.
The trick is to make it help you most.
Yep.
Or you versus the peeps you're trying to catch. But nobody's catching anybody in the last 4 minutes. So as far as I could tell, if these guys are calling cautions, it's just because they want to keep having fun. They don't want Whooptopia to end. We came to Whooptopia 2023. We got Whooptopia. And there's only one way to make it last a little longer
about
right
20
now.
seconds.
And that's with a couple extra cautions here in the last 4 minutes of the weBLEED 500.
10.
Well, the second and third place team, right? They're pretty close, within 4 or 5 laps. So they can do something to try to
Three
Wait,
laps
they
left.
are?
positions. That's what it looked like. It was like
All right.
460 to 465.
468.
Yeah, 3 apart.
469.
80.8.
So there's 3
460
laps
Yeah, there's
apart.
3 laps apart.
Tiny
All right.
face maulers.
97.
Come on, face maulers.
Behind Ohm.
Look at Jay flying. Jay saved the day for the face maulers to get into the weBLEED 500.
417.
Can he save the day to get them to drop
I
that
mean,
deuce on the podium?
I think it was more me totally blowing it for my team rather than Jay coming through, but you know.
No, it was Jay coming through.
I only cost
I
them
think
like
you-
5 laps. with
You
that
did not
mistake.
cost them 5 laps. You
I
cost them.
cost 2 on the literal penalty of the caution. Plus,
Yeah.
I didn't even get 1 lap because I just took off and went over towards the
I
start.
don't know
and
why.
crashed out of the air.
Why do you
That
think
does
that
it. He got
So
his
I gave
you
other
would not
teams
have
at
gotten
least
more?
laps.
You wouldn't have gotten more versus the other teams.
Yeah, we would.
You know what I mean?
We were ahead though.
Finish your lap.
We were in
you're
second
on.
when it happened.
16.
That's right.
Got an ace, we're gonna go again, right?
Yeah, right.
More jokes on the chat. Hey guys, we didn't even notice. We did it.
15.0.
We did it.
Mahler's lap
500.
Whoa!
It's all right. I would have
Oh,
done it
after
too.
the whole face, after the whole.
Oh, give me that
nice
thing.
That was the
face
chest one.
punch. Well done.
Oh, there's more. There's more.
Definitely danger though.
Oh my God.
Streaming pit.
This guy wants
Throw
to
him,
get
throw him.
unplugged.
Oh, you gotta do
All
the
right.
launch throw.
Congrats to Team Senders.
0 face
Reaching
punches.
500 laps first.
1, 2,
Team
3.
Ohm in second place with 473 laps.
Hey,
the
that's
Tiny
right.
Face
Or-
Maulers with 470 laps. And
Oh, I
Dead
thought you were
Fin
gonna do
with
that.
453. Well
Yo.
done.
You know who this is?
Stopped.
What? Oh, good.
No, it's unplugged.
I thought you were pointing it at me.
No, I wasn't sure it was.
Oh my gosh, let's send it over to AK. Oh my God. They're
The
still
official
coming in.
announcements of the podium for weBLEED 500. Oh, there's another one.
Yeah, I know. Everybody
Going
wants a
wide.
piece.
Nope, no, it's back. It's back at its home.
No, they already came for me. I just dodged it silently. Look, I'm looking at, is that Rec back there?
In the back right? Yeah.
Yeah, look, he's coming in
He
right
has
now.
goggles.
Oops.
What's that?
Oopsie daisy.
Oh, someone lost a true RC.
Oh, no.
Rec, you're supposed to be armed
Oh, dear.
so that you can just
He's
launch
fine.
on the
He's coming in. Look at him sneaking. Sneaking over there.
They've got
He
the
doesn't think I
Whoop
can see
photo
him.
bomb. Did you see that?
He doesn't think I can see him. Oh, is that what he's doing?
I think that's what he was. Whoop photo bomb.
I gotta be on point right now, you guys. Nobody's even in the air.
More whoops? I don't see more whoops. Do we have
Well,
a 5-way?
We need the official results. Hey, look, you guys, a rare glimpse at Greg. Perspective image mastermind.
There he is. On
The
cam,
man who makes it all happen.
giving a little hat.
Let's put it together for
up to
Greg.
the cam.
This one's for you, Greg, in the future, who happens to
There's
notice.
Ted.
And
Talking
Ted.
master.
This one's for you, Ted.
Alrighty.
Bravo. Bravo.
That was exciting.
Congratulations on another epic Whooptopia.
Yeah.
This is an unforgettable event.
What was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to
wonder
look at
if
the
you
total
have
time.
best.
What was the total time for Fall
1S
500? Do you
packs
know?
in your
500, I think it was 2 hours and 47 minutes.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
about
that was a
right.
little bit less than I predicted. I said 250. Oh, so we asked Ted what time, the total time. He said 2 hours 47 minutes for all 500 laps. So
Thanks again. He's coming to Whoop House, right?
he has the last couple nights. Let's see, 247 times 60. That's an average of 29.64 seconds per lap. Not bad.
Are you disappointed by that?
No, that's pretty good, isn't it? 'Cause
No, they
the
were like
top-
15 seconds.
Well, yeah, the fast guys were, but then the slower people were slower, right?
Hey, look, there's us. It's so funny. We look funny. Guys, I'm going to take just a minute to tell you about the sponsors of Whooptopia one more time. You know, I'm almost going to shed a tear reading these, Dan. I don't know if I can do it.
Is it going
I
to
don't
be the
think I could
last
do it.
time we let everyone know about the wonderful sponsor family of Whooptopia?
I don't think I can do it. You have to do it for me.
All right, I'll start it off. First, we've got our gold level sponsors. We've got Fractal Engineering, Speedy Pizza Drones, Foxier, Gemfan, Drone Zone, iGow, Wrecked Drones, Rosie Rippers, and Birds Aren't Real.
Your diamond level sponsors of Whooptopia 2023 were and are, but about to be were, HQ Prop, DR Printing, Happy Model, Beta FPV, Arizona Night Tracks, Orca, Vifly, and FYS Crafts.
And your top level platinum sponsors for Whooptopia 2023 are weBLEED FPV, Tiny Whoop, Newbie Drone, MLDR Major League Drone Racing, and Perspective Image. Huge shout out to Greg, who you just saw a quick view of.
Yep, you appeared on the camera for a second, Greg. You kind of slipped for a second.
The man behind the curtain.
Man behind the curtain. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Yeah, big shout out to Perspective Image. And if you're still chilling on the channel with us, come on. It's an 8-hour stream. Do me a favor and subscribe.
Oh, and if you were looking yesterday and you're like, oh, you logged on after the bracket races and you only see 12 hours of the race and you're like, oh, what happened at the very end?
What happened? What happened?
Look at the different videos of Perspective Image, and
All right.
Greg has already put up the rest of the stream. And
you can see Elite Finals. Yeah.
So
Elite Finals, I mean, I'm about to go watch them right now. I'm going to go relive this entire event. First, I'm going to go home, turn on this stream, rewatch the entire 500 laps just to see what I missed.
Yeah. I mean, because you couldn't watch all 4 screens. You were only watching like 2
So I got to watch
right?
it 4 times because I was kind of trying to watch all of them, so I got to start over. First to the top one. And even if it changes, stick
also,
on that one, doesn't matter.
You got to watch the brackets back first to get like an idea of what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Really build the story.
Yeah.
I need the preamble. So first I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to watch the whole weBLEED 500. Then I'm going to go watch all the Elite Finals, the life-changing Elite Finals.
What I am going to try to do this year is take Greg has given me the file for the Elite Finals, and I'm going to try to, since there's a lot of downtime in drone racing, obviously, when you're watching a regular live stream, I'm just going to edit it up so it's just like all the action clips, and then we'll try to commentate over the edited clip.
Nice.
So then it's just like, you know, shows the bracket, the race, the bracket, the race.
Yeah, tell the story. That's the most important part. It doesn't get told.
Obviously, we'd still show like any like replays and re-races and stuff, but just cut out all the waiting in between. I think it'd be like only like a half an hour or so, and it'd be much more consumable.
Sounds great.
So hopefully,
well, I'm going to start to get ready for this trophy ceremony. We've got a camera on it right there, so stick around live stream. But I'm going to stand up and start to get ready just a little bit for it, like all those other pilots around here.
I'm like platinum level sponsored out. Boom.
Oh my God.
Boom.
Incredible.
I just need MLDR and Perspective Image. Is that on the back?
Yeah, it is.
Perspective Images?
Yeah, and MLDR.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I swear to God they're back there. All right, I'm going to get ready for this ceremony, you guys.
Right.
It's been an honor live streaming with you guys and hanging out on this channel for the weekend. I know I'm going to get to again, but until then, happy whooping, and thanks again for hanging out with me for the Whooptopia weekend. Adios.
All right, let me get the tiny face maulers. Let me get the tiny face maulers, please. Come on down. Come on down. Oh, he's ready for the photos. He's coming. He's coming. All righty. Tiny face maulers. Captain J. We got Leviticus 113. Blue Jay deciding to race last minute. And Rue. weBLEED 500 contenders. 3rd place finish. This team took a strike in the very first heat tonight of the team racing and then was able to get 1st and 2nd the next 2 rounds thereafter, work their way into the finals and get into the podium with a 3rd place finish. Well done. Since less people showed up for team racing, that means you guys get more money because it's split 4-way instead of 5-way. Yes, you get paid. You get paid. Yes, you do. This is a cash payout for you guys. Originally, it was going to be $100 split 5 ways, which is 20 bucks each, right? But instead, you guys are getting $35 each, so $140. We up the ante a little bit. There you go. Right. And you each get a Whooptopia from Neos, so grab one of those and pass them down. Those look great under a black light, as you guys saw when they were set up earlier in the venue here for over the weekend. Give it up for the tiny face maulers. Alrighty, let me get Team Ohm out here. Team Ohm. Who are we missing? Gaining ground. Gaining ground. Alrighty. We got Team Ohm here, Team Captain Viper, alongside Gaining Ground, Axion, and Swifty. These guys did not lose any heats at all going through the brackets. Made it into finals. Team Ohm's second place finisher. Let's give it up for Team Ohm. Congratulations, you guys. So you guys are about to get paid. And normally there's 5 on a team, but we had some pilots drop out, so the money got bigger for each one of you. $250 originally, split 5-way, 50 each. Splitting that 4-way gets a little awkward, and I got to get quarters and stuff like that, so we up the ante to even it out. $260 now split evenly between 4 of you. So $65 each. And of course, the amazing Whooptopia 2023 banners by Neos. Take one and pass it down. Alrighty, congratulations to Team Ohm, second place in the weBLEED 500. Alrighty, and what's next is the grand champions. Let's come on down, the team senders. Oh, I don't even get to hand them to you, just take it? Jeez. Might as well take the envelopes too, man. Just run away with them all. Alrighty. So we got the team senders here, Team Captain Wild Type, Mr. Chaz, we got Lazy Day, and Czar fighting it through the brackets. Did not lose a heat at all. These guys even went to the extent of making sure they could even add pit switches to their whoops for today, which definitely showed. We saw pits as quick as 7 seconds flat out of these guys. Absolutely insane. Very, very impressive. Leading the way, first team to get to 500 laps. Just about 3 hours of racing there. Tons of packs for you guys. $500 total split, normally 5 ways, but we had some dropouts, so that means you all get extra money. Now it's split 4 ways, so $125 each. Let's give it up for Team Senders.